You could not possibly ever kill me.
The first time I met you was like you and three of your pals chucked us down a hill.
I felt like a proper chunch ball, like. Nah, I think that Rolf Harris goes.
Aye, but it's got loads of dead flies on it.
WiseFools.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the WiseFools Talks podcast, episode 10. My name's Nath, and I'm joined here, as always, with the main brethren, Griffiths. How you doing, dude?
Yo. Aye, pretty good, man. Fucking what's cracking?
Nothing much, dude. Had a busy weekend, stuff at that super travel and things like that. Dude, it was that guy that I'm working with at the minute, that Charlie won and shit. So big ups to Charlie for winning. Do you know what it is? I'm really on the fence whether I want to go back there or not, though. I don't know if I want to go ever again. Cause fucking was it? I'll be honest with you. And this is my fault, but at the same time, it's what I'm going to do every time I go elsewhere. Is I just went boozing, right, dude? But I'm gonna do that anyway if we go fishing, dude. What am I gonna do?
Fucking drink.
Exactly. If me and you went camping in the lake to shit or something, what am I gonna be bringing?
Fucking drink.
Exactly, dude. Like, I've sort of built a status of being like a good drinker. I'm in a professional status of drinking, right? I like drink. I like me bevy. I think to get the most out of that, you only allow like sort of 1 day of drinking. But I was there for 2 days. I'm gonna fucking drink every fucking goddamn day.
Aye, right.
Because it's not like I'm going hiking or anything, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And they serve beer there, you know? So what am I going to do? What's Nath going to do? If they serve beer,
exactly.
he's going to be fucking buying beer. So when we getting a bit thingy. It was at that Marcel Arena, so now them people that make amps.
Oh, yeah.
It was there at Milton Keynes, like right next to the football place. It was, do you know what it is? It was cool. You know what kept happening to us though, dude? Do you know how, like, obviously the guy I work for, Craig, he's like quite big on social media and things like that. With me being on his videos, like, people see me on his like sort of Instagram a lot and things like that, but I don't see them because I don't really go on it. So a lot of people are like, oh look, it's Big Nath and that, right, dude? I had no fucking idea how it was. But dude, there's nothing worse than like people being like, oh, who are you, sort of thing. Like, I don't think I'm all that sort of thing. So I'm just sort of like, oh, you're right, man, how's it going and shit, you know what I mean?
It's always the same, like, fucking like when I used to hang about in town and that, I was meeting like all sorts of different people like every day, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't possibly remember them all, and I was getting stoned all the time as well. And then like I wouldn't see someone for like a year or two and I'd forget they existed because I'm still seeing all these other people, and, you know, like my brain's being like flooded with new faces and stuff.
Aye.
And then sort of, oh, it's fucking Griffiths, how's it going and that? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I haven't seen you since last time.
Right, dude. Like, I've got like a policy whereas like I want to greet people how like I expect to be greeted. So I was just like, hey, alright, dude, how's it going, man? Like, you know what I mean? I'd hate to be that guy. And then later on in the conversation, like if we're having a long conversation, I'd also drop it in here. I'm like, I'll be honest, like obviously it's his Instagram, not mine. So I don't know who anyone is, by the way. But there's this one guy, but dude, I'm proper shit with names anyways. So so the tellers and I just fucking forget. But there's this guy like I spend most of my time with, you know, and he's cool as fuck. Like, I had a fucking laugh. It was good, like, but dude, I like, for how good of a time I had and how much money I spent, like the amount of money didn't justify like how much of a good time I had.
Aye.
But without us spending that money, I wouldn't have had as good of a time. Like, what the fuck else am I going to do there but other than buy beer? You know what I mean?
Like, one of my mates put it to us in like a really sort of like profound way that like when you drink, you're just borrowing the next day's fun. And I was like, that's a good point,
dude, that's fucking mental, dude. Beer and drinking is just buying the next day's fun. So it's like 2 days of fun in one.
Well, no, like you just like you're borrowing tomorrow's fun and you're having it today, but you're having no fun tomorrow because you're all hungover and that. Like you've borrowed that fun that you could have had tomorrow and had it now, and then you're paying it back in hangover payment tomorrow.
Like, it made more sense as you have a normal amount of fun that day without drinking anyways, but then you're borrowing tomorrow's as well, so you're having twice 2 days worth of fun.
Well, you kind of are, but you've still got to pay it back. You know what I mean?
Aye. Like a debtor's paid. Like I caught for the very first time. I caught a bug in the act of biting us, dude. Normally it's like I don't usually feel them. I just see a massive lump and it's itchy, and I'm like, I've been bitten, dude.
A day later or hours later or
Aye, like no one knows how long it's been because no one actually catches them. But I caught this one, dude, and I was fucking like, I was like, who the fuck do you think you are, you cheeky little cunt?
Right, so how long did it take to start itching then?
Like, when I sort of felt it land on us, and I was like, fuck. But instantly, since I noticed it, because I reckon it's all, like, a lot of it's in the mind.
Yeah, like you don't realize it until you like I'm a bit itchy there, and you just think it's a normal itch until you scratch it once and realize that it's a bite, and then you're just forever scratching it after that.
Aye, right, dude. Like, what I get that with a lot is little cuts. Like, little cuts hurt more than big cuts, I think. I'll just see a little cut, and I'm like, that stings, that, dude.
Paper cuts and that are some of the worst. Like I've had paper cuts that hurt a lot more than when I cut halfway through my finger trying to cut some bread.
Oh, dude, fucking paper cuts are the worst, dude. Like I got a bad one off this sort of like really thin plastic, and I think that Rolf Harris goes on. Like it was like that sort of thing, dude. Like fucking, it's the worst one I've ever had. I felt like it was like felt like I've been trying to escape a prison with fucking barbed wire on or something, dude. Leaping fences and that, and being like, it's got us, just keep going. But this fucking was it? This insect, when I caught it like fucking, like I've never been so angry in my life at an animal, because like I was just thinking like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like look at me compared to you. Like I'll end your life. You could not possibly ever kill me unless I breathed you in by accident and choked on you. Like, and that's my bad.
Well, if it was a mosquito, it could have also given you malaria or something. They've got quite a few diseases, mosquitoes, but that's mainly from other people's blood. Like it's the other person's blood that kind of kills you. At least I think it's that anyway. That
makes sense, dude. It's like imagine if like malaria was something mosquitoes invented, right, dude? It was like mouthwash to them. It's like, forget to remember to put your fucking this in your mouth before you go around biting people, so we can fight back and kill them. See if they like it. We're just trying, we're just trying to fucking drink a little bit of the blood and the fucking electrocuting with them fucking tennis rackets with the electricity going through them, dude. I ever had a shot of one of them, dude.
At me granddad, like when my uncle was living at me granddad's, I was staying over there, they had one and that, and we had a pure laugh, like whacking the fucking thingies and that. But he was like determined to like get me to shock myself with it, and like so like he did it himself first. He was like, it's not even that bad, and I did it, and it's not even that bad. And then he was like, I bet you won't do it on your tongue, and licked it, and I was like, of course I'm not doing it on my tongue. And he's like, it doesn't even hurt. I was like, but it's got loads of dead flies on it. He's like, I didn't think about that. I was like, fucking exactly.
Do you know what is? They're deadly them because you proper start looking for them once you have one, don't you?
He'd be on a hunt, on a rampage and that.
Do you know, have you ever got one of them big like black flies? The ones that are like the common as fuck.
The pure huge ones that rattle around in your fucking blinds and that, trying to get out of the window.
Like them ones, right, dude? Did you ever get the smell of them when they were frying on it? It was fucking minging.
Nah.
Oh, dude, the smell that would come off them was fucking disgusting.
I bet, because I mean they're the ones that pure love shit, aren't they? The pure hanging around on sloppy dog turds and that. Aye,
right, dude. The smell that was coming off used to knock us ill.
But yeah, the thing with bugs and that, and it's horrible, because we're in the middle of summer now, and we're like, air conditioning's not a big thing in this country, so like it's either open the window or fucking roast to death. But as soon as you open the window, like every flying creature within 100 miles just say, there must be a party in there, let's fucking get on it.
Right, dude.
Does me fucking tits in.
It's I've noticed like a couple of Premier Inns I've been staying in lately, they've actually had it, dude, and it's been like the fucking nicest thing ever.
Air conditioning.
Right. I did, like, other than like while I was working in shop fitting, they would have it, but like obviously as soon as the job was done I'd leave. I've never actually had one in sort of like a homes kind of setting. I've never like experienced aircon until I had one in the Premier, and it was the nicest thing ever. However, dude, I wouldn't like to be paying for the cunt if I had one in the house.
I bet it runs up the leggy, like.
Because isn't it? I'm sure there's some sort of special gas you've got to have topped up in it as well.
Well, is it certain it's the same as a fridge? Certain it's Freon or something?
Well, I don't know, but if you think about it, that's how cars can run out of air conditioning and need topped up.
Yeah, I never even considered cars as well. I don't know what you're putting there.
Because there's always some sort of like, when I've been ripping them out on old like shop fits, like when you're ripping out before you build it new, there's always this sort of liquid shit that's a part of it, and it's fucking, and there's always like copper pipe types in it as well. It's like not just A. So that there is some sort of thing in it, and I didn't know what it is. But I wouldn't like to be paying for the cunt and all that.
Yeah, it's a good. I never really considered how it actually worked. Like I thought it was just like, you know, like blowing air on you and that. And I had it like fucking. I mean, it was probably after you left because it was right towards the end of my sort of school career. They had like air conditioning like in like a couple of the rooms and that, but it was like proper weak, dude. Like fucking, it would have been easier to just like blow yourself cool. You know what I mean?
I don't think I paid much attention to whether I had aircon or not. Like, or maybe
they're always reluctant to turn it on as well. So maybe that it was there and they just fucking never put the cunt on.
I always a fucking waste of time because that shit anyways. Was it fucking? They probably having all that fucking good shit now, and all these fucking kids that are fucking complaining that lives are too fucking hard now.
Funnily enough, I went to the shop before and like I can't, you know, you remember the badge we used to have on the blazer?
Aye.
Like what was the say? Because it had some banner with Latin under it, didn't it? But I can't remember what the Latin meant.
Aye.
But I went past and they've got like this big sort of like billboard outside the school with a new motto on it and that. And it was like, what was it? It was like fucking. It was three things and I can't remember the first thing, but the second one was be kind and the third one was aspire.
What the fuck,
like, that's a pure shit school motto, that, like.
And what happened to fucking, like, all the proper ones from back in the day? Like, dentist for two now over. Fortune favours the bold.
Right.
Who dares wins.
Dog eat dog in there. Holy shit. I can't remember what I was, and I remember laughing at it, but I'm sure it was in Latin, wasn't it?
Probably, aye. If you couldn't understand it, I couldn't imagine it being anything else. Usually mottos are in Latin.
There should be. I think that fucking got rid of me, like as soon as I left school, I was like, right, I never want to fucking say that shit again.
Aye, and I tried to actually keep mine because I remember when everyone used to go around writing shit on it and that.
Yeah.
I like tried to keep mine and fucking didn't last long. Like, so I was like, I dashed it out the window after a week, I think.
Right. I never even got anyone to fucking sign my shit on it. I was just like, I just wanted to be out of there, done with it, you know what I mean?
Aye, right, dude. Everyone is fucking running around fucking gone mental.
Exactly, yeah. Burning their ties and that.
Aye, right, I remember that.
You'd see them for weeks. Like, I'm surprised I haven't seen it like in recent years, but like I remember being in school, like after like a year had left, like after year 11s had finished that year, you'd just see like ties and bits of uniform just strewn about fields and in bushes for the next like week or two, you know what I mean?
Aye, right, dude.
Like,
it was like
just like fucking discarding of their uniform anywhere. Like they don't go fuck.
Aye, right.
In people's gardens and that.
Do you know what it is? I used to like the last day of school, like not the very last day of school, but like the last day of school, like fucking when you were in like year 8 and shit was fucking class, like just thinking
because you'd usually like just be watching fucking DVDs and that, wouldn't you? Like there wouldn't be much work going on because it's like you're about to have 6 weeks off. Like whatever I tell you today, you're not gonna fucking remember. All you're thinking about is like how much fun you're gonna have over the summer.
Aye, right, dude. But that initial when the last bell goes, dude, remember that? Like the people you don't like, you're not gonna fucking see them for at least 6 weeks. You know what I mean?
Like you're not even thinking about that in a way. Like everyone's just got the same mindset of just like get out of the fucking it's like a pure stampede of buffalo and that. All the little year 7s getting trampled to death in the corridor and that, 'cause everyone's just pure stomping over them trying to get out.
Do you know what I hated about school? Like when you fucking when I was in year 7, like you dare not look at it a year 10 or 11 or 9 even.
Aye.
And then as soon as I was up there, the year 7's coming up, I'm like, hey, what the fuck you looking at? And I'm like, oh, you're fucking mental, you little cunt.
Proper. Because it's weird because it was the same for me, and like me being in year 7, it's like, oh, I can't like even like glance at them, otherwise they'll just punch us. They won't even say anything, you know what I mean? I'll just
the
get
proper would have as well. The proper would have when I was in year 7.
Same, dude. And then like as soon as we're up there, it's like this whole shift change of like, oh, fucking, you're not allowed to hit the younger kids and that. And it's like, well, why wasn't that the case when I was the younger kid? Why was it okay to hit me when they're pure huge? But now I'm huge, I kind of take it out on the smaller guy, like the, you know, like I should be able to, like the circle of life.
There was this one I got a load of grief for, cause fucking like he was giving us shit for a couple of days. He was only year 7 or year 8 and I was in year 11. And I was just like, oh yeah man, fuck off man, you little doyle. He's tiny as well, you know. And fucking one day he was just getting mouthy as fuck to us and all this, calling us fucking griefing us, having glasses and that, right? And I remember I just thought, right, yeah, fuck this, right? So I fucking like, now when he used to like clothesline them but trip them up in the very same thing, like in the same, I done that to him, right, dude, I literally picked them up by his legs legs and just started fucking dangling him and shaking him like that. Everyone was like, hey, you shocking cunt and that. But it was funny as fuck, 'cause I started actually swinging him round as well, dude. Like, but I didn't hurt him. Dude, I felt like a proper trunch ball, like. But I was just fucking dangling and I started like doing like circles with him, just spinning him around like that. And then I just gently put him down, but I was basically saying, look how easy it was for us to do that. If I wanted to fucking hurt you, I'd obliterate you, you little idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, hey, you're fucking shocking as fuck, you. Like, shocking as fuck is maybe like for fucking me living hell.
It's a nightmare. Like, I had a similar one, but I ended up just not being able to do anything about it because it was the same situation. Like, it was someone much younger than us, and they were like tiny for their age, and I was tall for my age as well, so there was that. And it was a lot. And they were just, every time they seen us, they were just insulting us to fuck, just pure tearing shit, and I just couldn't do it because it's a lass as well. Like, all the reasons I've just named, like, I cannot say a fucking word back.
I think I know what lass you're talking about, because I thought she was a little hard cunt as well. She used to go around doing like that fucking West Side sign, but meaning waff for head waff.
No, I don't think that was the same.
She was like a little blonde lass, but she was a proper little chava.
I can't even remember, to be honest, dude. I just remember her being about 3 foot tall. That's all I can
this last was, and I remember her. I was like, she fucking used to go around mouth. She didn't give me any grief, but I was like, I hope she gets wiped out on these days. Because you could always hear her. It didn't matter where you were in the school, you could hear this little cunt.
I never noticed her saying anything to anyone else. Maybe it's not the same one. This one just seemed to have a problem against me for some reason.
What did she used to say to you, dude?
Yeah, I can't even remember. Like, she used to, I don't know, just literally everything. Like, she used to grief us for having long hair when I had long hair, having short hair when I had short hair, being too tall, being too stupid, being my legs are too long, my arms are too long. Just everything.
Seeing what sandwiches you eat at dinner, I was just eating every fucking fibre of your being, dude.
Proper dude, like, she'd come over and just pure like slap her hand in me meal and that, like, fucking, you're not eating that. I'd be walking down the corridor, she flips me books out my arms and that, and fucking pick them up, and she's pure kicking them along the floor. I said pick them up.
Yeah, dude, I didn't give a fuck if it's a lass. If that happened to me when I was at school, I'd just fucking Spartan kick her once in the chest. Fuck off, man, you little cunt.
I was exaggerated. I was getting pure bullied by this time.
Dude,
it was just annoying because it was like, if it was a guy, I could have just, like, you know, did what you did, just picked him up and dangled him upside down or something, or like over the balcony of the stairs or something. But I made him shit himself. But like, it's some lash, she's pure tiny, she's loads younger than us, and that, like, I kind of do now about it. Like, I don't want anything to do with that, and she's coming after me, pure insulting me.
Nah, I would have definitely, you know what it is, I would have brought in a load of shaving cream and just sprayed it all over her hair or something. That's brought in a load of like, that was a bit extreme, like, dude.
So I thought, like, I was wondering what shaving foam would do, and I was like, he probably means hair removal cream.
No, dude, fuck that, no, like, just something that makes a mess.
Oh, alright.
No, fuck's sake, I'm not trying to fucking ball the poor lass.
It was someone shut up, like,
you fucking idiot, don't like long hair, you don't fucking deserve it, you little cow. Or get like, what was it, or get like really watery gravy, put in water balloons and fucking launch it the fuck off her. I think
I maybe took a couple of insults back at her, like, on about her being short and stuff like that, but like, I don't know, that thing was just at a point where I was trying to like laugh along with it instead of getting pissed off with it, and that just seemed to make it worse, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to be pissed off with it then.
The power shift between like when we were year 7s compared to what happened when we were year, it was so fucking annoying. There was this
like,
one
when we were like 11, like in year 7, like looking up at the fucking 15, 16 year olds and that, you would have thought they were about 30.
Aye.
It was crazy.
It was mental, like, there was fucking there was this one time this kid left his bag like under the desk now when you would change lessons over. Like, he fucking left his like bag under the thing, and I noticed it, and I told the teacher, I was like, oh miss, like whoever was sitting here before left the bag, and she was like, oh just leave it with you, like he'll probably come back for it, or I'll get it after the lesson. And he come back, he was only this little kid. Like, I picked it up to hand it to him, right? And like it caught us proper off guard, like I went to just hand it to him normal, and he must have thought I wanted to keep it. I was going to wind him up or something, so he grabbed it and snatched it quicker than I registered leaving go, so I like it's all pulled us like that. And I was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, you little cunt? I'm like, help, I'm handing it to you, what the fuck you doing? Everyone was just laughing. I was like, what the fuck you doing? doing, you little idiot? Tried to grab it back off him and I was going to chuck it out the window. Go and fucking try snatch it off the ground, you little idiot. I hate it out like that. Because I wasn't like a dick to the young'uns at school. Like, they were dicks to me, and that's what I didn't understand. Like, I would never have did.
It's fucking crazy. Speaking of, like, how it was fine for the older kids to pick on the younger kids, I mean, the first time I met you was, like, you and three of your pals, Pierre, chucked us down a hill.
Oh,
like,
dude, that's when I knew you were proper OG, because you didn't grass neither. And, like, one of the guys that done it and felt guilty about it was trying to get you to grass me, wasn't he?
He was like, he went and grassed the teacher, like, oh, these have all just done this, like, I seen it and that. And then I got asked about it, and then I was like, no, it was all him, he did it by himself.
Right, dude. That's how I was pure, like, nah, that kid's alright, like.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna sit and let someone weasel out of it like that and fucking throw the others under the bus, because he probably only went and told because he thought I was gonna grass, but I wasn't gonna say that. I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest, you know what I mean?
Like, I'm sure, but, like, we went to jokingly do it, and you were like, no, do it, sort of thing. Like, you know, I'm all like, aye, right, because what we used to do is, because Jack Chambers was, like, huge at the time, and we used to play, like, human bowling down that thing. He used to roll down, and we all used to have to stand like that and see who got knocked over, dude. And then you were like, oh, I want in on this. We're like, oh, you want in on it? We'll fucking chuck you down. And you were like, and we started grabbing you, and you were like, oh, no, just sort of do it. And I was like, all right, fucking sound.
I was game for it, like.
And you were proper whole of meeting at the end of it, everyone was like, fuck.
It's just because I've got pure gangly limbs, dude. They just go all over.
Hey, mates, dude.
It's funny as fuck when I fall over. And like, that time I slipped down the slaggy and fucking, you were like, oh, I look like fucking George Best getting slide tackled. Of them. And again, they do is pure young kids picking on me and that. Like, we were at the football courts and that, and these kids, like, fucking what, like 8 years younger than one and that. Yeah, your mate looks like George Best. Like, fuck off, man.
You probably did have George Best here for a certain time. It was like about here. George Best. Nah, dude, fucking was it? Like, I've always said, I would love to go back to school, but with the mindset I had now, I would, honest to God, I'd fucking love it. Now, what's mad though, and this sort of ties into the next topic, right? I feel like I was more clever in school than what I am now, dude. I'm fucking stupid as fuck now. I wasn't that stupid in school. Like, I was in A band. Like, I was in the bottom of A, but I was in A band.
Same, most of me stuff, I think I was in A3 for. I was never in A4 for anything. A couple of stuff I was in A2. I don't think I was ever in A1 either for anything.
I started in A2, I think, but then I ended up in A3 for the rest of it. Though, like, I need to drop down a peg. He's not A2 material.
Right. See, I'm a bit of a fucking coaster. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just do the bare minimum. So I think A3 was a pretty good spot for me. But I did in primary school. Like, I was pretty smart. I was probably like, I don't think I was a nerd, but I was as smart as the nerds. You know what I mean? Or smarter, in fact, because I even fucking for a little while I got skipped ahead. I think when I was in year 1, I got put in the year 3 math class for like the whole year. But then after that, I don't know, like there was definitely a decline in me
academics.
Not necessarily in me knowledge. Like, I still knew all the things I knew, but I didn't really learn much more. You know what I mean?
Aye, right. I fucking now what happened to me once in school, and it happened to James as well, right? It was weird as fucking. I don't know why they done it. They only done it for this 1 year. Like, we were the little experiment, right? Like, they got all like there was a year called year 1-2, which was like all the cleverest people out of who would be going into year 1, and then all the thickest people who would be going into year 2. Like, me and James were in that. Like, but as year 2s.
Oh, so you were the thick ones.
We were the stupid ones who were meant to be going in year 2, and then all the cleverest ones from year 1 were there, and it was dude, it was fucking mental. We were getting work that was like a little bit easier than year 2, but they were getting the same work which was a little bit harder than year 1. It was fucking weird as fuck, dude. In there, but only done it for the 1 year. So we went into fucking year 3 after being in year 1-2, and it was fucking mental. Like, it was weird as fuck. Like, I don't know why they done it, but it was fucking weird as fuck. It was like, oh, we'll just do this one thing that fucking wind people up. It didn't fucking bother me though.
They probably thought it was a good idea on paper, and then in practice it's just too complicated, because it's like, well, like, we're do you send them after this class, or do they all go back into year 2, and
Aye.
or do they all go into year 3 and the year 1s skip the year 2?
I know, because I don't really think they had the authority to keep me in there an extra year, and I'm fucking glad they never. Primary school was shit.
Aye, right.
Like, I
don't know, dude. Do you remember fucking toy day and that? That was pretty good.
That was alright, but I had more fun in high school than I did in primary school.
I had more destructive fun in secondary school.
Dude, secondary school was
like
fucking class.
child fun in primary school, and then fucking I was just kicking off left, right, and centre, breaking things, fucking setting fires and that. When I got to secondary school, just chaos everywhere.
Aye, right. The most destruction in it you could possibly cause in a day, the better. But fucking there was it. I was bad for doing the graffiti in the school, me.
I've never been big on vandalism, like.
Oh, but fires and it.
But arson is like fucking, yeah, that's top tier shit, you know what I mean? That's like pure prison sentence. A bit of vandalism, you're just gonna get a fucking slip round the yard or something, you know what I mean?
It was mad though, because I was practicing it and Mr. Chambers come in, because it got bad in the school. It was like me and a couple of other people would just go around all day, every opportunity we had, just write my names down and mark it like with tag. I was practicing it, but I wasn't that stupid enough to do the same tag in me personal books. And there it was, Mr. Chambers come in like to go talk to a teacher, and he seen us doing it, and I just seen his hand come and turn the paper around, and he was like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, I'm just sort of doodling and all that. And then he was like, come here. And he was like, do you know anything about all this like sort of thing? I'm like, no. And I was like, I'm just doodling in me book. And he's like, well, it's not just doodling, is it? I'm like, no, like it is. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised they've been kicking off like that, because he was sound as fuck for the most part.
I was sound, but he might have been getting a load of shit off the powers to be, going like, fucking, you better nip this in the fucking bud chambers or your ass is grass.
Compared to most of the other teachers, he was pretty young, so they were probably thinking it was him. You look at you, Chambers, going on tagging the corridors and that.
Mr. Chambers was fucking cool as fuck, eh?
He was. I used to say him sometimes, because obviously they don't leave school until after we do, because they still got shit to do, and I live right across the road. So I'd be coming home, quickly get something to eat, get changed, and head to town. And by the time I was heading out, I'd often be on the same Metty as him, like say lived up like Chili Roadway. So I'd fucking chat with him on the metro and that. Like, he's a sound guy. Like,
I thought he was cool, like just a general cool guy as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if he still works there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, because you'd imagine so, but like, I don't know, maybe he's fucked off and he's doing something else, or maybe he's teaching in another school.
Aye, right. Well, if he's going to Chili Road and shit, you'd expect him to want to move fucking closer, like.
There's fucking schools around there, pure rough as fuck on there. But I remember one time, like, we were fucking about in IT, and it was actually, like, you remember that you sent us that thing out in the newspaper saying like, oh, do you remember this teacher, like, he got fired for helping students pass exams?
I cannot remember that, couldn't you now?
Well, this actually happened in his class, this story. Like, I had him in year 10, I think. He was like saying like in year, you know, them like earbuds that you put in your ear, like not proper headphones like we've got on, but the ones that go like in your ear.
Aye.
The little cheap plastic ones. He was like showing with that, like, you can actually use those like as quite a rudimentary microphone as well. Like, you sort of like take the front off and that, and you can like fucking cup it in your hand like that, like have them poking up in the middle there and like speak into it, and you can like hear it on the thing.
Aye.
But it pure sounded like it was over a tannoy. And fucking Mr. Chambers came in and I did some like daft joke, like fucking Dr. Chambers to the ICU, Dr. Chambers to the ICU, and he thought it was a fucking crease. I was like, yeah, get in. Like, that could have went bad, you know what I mean? He could have been pissed off about that.
Imagine doing that to Mr. Brady, but who did that? Yeah, the lights flickering as he was fucking shouting.
Yeah, thunder going at, like, he's got kids outside with them thunder sheets and that, like, wobbling on
like he was like, I know you don't watch Lord of the Rings, but it's like, there's a bit where fucking Gandalf, like, is like trying to get like Bilbo to hand the ring over, and he's like, Bilbo Baggins, I'm not trying to rob you. And then it goes on and he goes, I'm trying to help you. That was Mr. Brady, but without the I'm trying to help you bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad. Like, I've heard of loads of people like he was sort of like, once you on his lesson, he was I'm like, fuck that dude. The dude was a fucking arsehole, man.
Right.
Fuck that guy.
With Mr. Anderson though, because he was the head for a while. He stepped down as head teacher and went back to being an English teacher, and I had him for English, English, and I'd been told like in year 7, 8, and 9, I'd been told off by him loads, and we really didn't get on. And I had him play English in year 10. I was like, this is going to be just an absolute nightmare of a year. And he was actually sound, and like he actually like did Lenny's voice when he was reading of Mice and Men and that. And I was like, no, like the whole class was pissing themselves because no one expected it. Everyone just expected to read it in his normal voice and that. I want my ketchup with beans, George. Like in his normal nasally voice. But he actually did like the pure goofy voice and that.
Right.
He was a crease though. Some of his stories, do you remember his assemblies and that? That would just go waste half the school day raging about his neighbour Malcolm and that. And
his son forgetting the cheesecake.
We put the cheesecake in the bin.
I wish I remember the ones where we beef with Malcolm.
There was one where he was on him, but he was like, pure winter and there was like thick snow and that. And he's like, I understand people like to play in the snow. It's not my thing, but I understand that it happens. But Malcolm likes to play in the snow in his car. And me, being dense at the time, thought he meant like this guy like scoops up snow and sits and makes little snowmen and he starts going that with the fucking eye. But what he really meant was he's out doing fucking pure drifts in the street and that, like fucking skidding about and that. I can't remember, I'm sure he said he got his revenge somehow. Like he fucking, I don't know, poured a load of cold water over his windshield so it iced up loads or something, I don't know.
Mr. Anderson on pranks, dude.
Right. And this is like I can't remember most of the story, but I've just summarized it in about like less than 2 minutes. And this assembly would go on for like 3 hours. Like you'd miss your first like 2.5 lessons. It'd be almost lunchtime by the time you was done ranting about Malcolm or his daughter's husband or something. Bringing up your shitty cheesecake to a dinner party. How dare he? He said he was going to cook it himself. It was in bloody Tesco packaging. We put the cheesecake in the bin.
Oh, dude, he was cool. Like, I liked him.
Like, you know what was mad about him as well? Like, he fucking, if you were, like, when he hadn't had a shave in a while, and, like, you could see the stubble coming back through, it was, like, right up to his bottom eyelids, dude. Like, if he let his full, like, if he just never shaved, he would have, like, a hairy balaclava on.
The Sasquatch, dude.
I do that. Like, the missing link, dude.
Right, dude. You used to walk a bit like that, like on the photo of the fucking Bigfoot. That's what I understand. Anderson was Bigfoot, dude.
I always pictured, like, I always thought he would make a really good Henry VIII as well in a play.
He would actually. Where's my 7th wife?
Oh, where's my bloody cheesecake?
I'll have your head for that.
Richard III likes to play in the snow on his horse.
But I sprayed a load of freezing water in its eyes.
Now it's got icy contact lenses.
Right, dude. He would fucking be class, like. Fucking I would say that with Miss Dalton, you know. Just like a big lady.
Was people used to say her and Miss Commissar were sisters, but I didn't know if it was true or not.
Nah, I don't think so. It was. What is it?
I'm thinking the same person, right?
I think so. She had glasses, like dark hair. What was it? Like, my first sort of run-in with her was, like, PE was cancelled. Like, we had to go and do a bullshitting. Like, it was basically just to keep her from fucking off for an hour. What was it? We had to write this fucking thing. I'm like, right, it's not English. It's not contributing towards me English thing. I'm just gonna fucking write a load of bullshit in this. I was like, I wrote a story about Doritos or something, dude. Like, it was, all I remember is Doritos. It had something to do with Doritos. And she was fucking outraged by it. And I was sort of like, are you fucking having a laugh, man, you stupid cow? I'm meant to be playing football and that. And so I was just sort of like, well, fuck you, sort of thing. And then she was like, but no, fuck you. I can't even remember the exact thing. And she hated us ever since then. And then I got put in at English, right? But this was like GCSE English now. And like for the first 2 weeks, so it's like, oh, GCSEs are starting. You're like, I'm going to try. It lasted 2 weeks. It was like that in there. Like, so she like made a beeline for me. And like, she was watching me every move. And I was sort of like, I'm going to try and actually. And I was like, I was trying to like, I was like, I'm just going to get on with it. So I just took it, like, she was trying to like, not try and provoke us, but it could have provoked us. And I was just like, nah. And then me and her, like, sending up my favourite teacher, dude.
Right.
It was weird as fuck, because I just applied myself. I thought, fuck it. You know, like, fair enough, she might think I'm a fucking delinquent and I'm going to take the piss, but that was just a one-off. And I'm going to show her it's a one-off because I was meant to have PE. That's the difference. Yeah. I'm actually here for English now. There's a difference. And that, like, I ended up thingy, and like, I was like, I had fun with another English teacher, and she used to say all the time, like, oh, what was it? She's been telling us that you're one of the best fucking pupils she's ever had and shit.
Right.
Like, I was mad at, like, I proper, like, it was fucking thingy as well, because she was one of them. I'm the first to, like, grief fucking teachers for being arseholes. But me and her was sound as fuck. Like, I fucking, like, I often, like, think about her, like, not in, like, that kind of way, but, like, I always just think, I wonder how she's doing and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was fucking raging, because I was saying to me sister, I was like, oh, like, and this is the only teacher I've ever done this. I was like, when you say ask her, I said hello, like, tell her I said hello, sort of thing, say I'm your brother. And she was like, nah. I'm like, how are you, man? She's me fucking favourite teacher. Tell them I'm doing alright. Nah, and ask her how she's doing for us and that. But she wouldn't do it. I was fucking raging.
I wouldn't have either if I was you, but I don't pass on messages like that. Like when someone says, like, oh, you're going to say such and such, tell them I said hello. I never do.
I don't think I do. Like, I don't think I do. Like, do I look like a fucking courier, you daft cunt? Send a fucking.
I'm no messenger. I'm a delivery boy.
I don't think I would like being a clever person, dude.
Oh, there's you go, oh, #1 English student is teacher is Pierre Rimmon, isn't it?
No, but that was like, no, but I was in one of them years though, dude, where like the highest I could get was like an A. Like I could never get an A star because something like I wasn't in the advanced one where you get that. I was the same with IT as well. So like I was put in the easier one out the two of them, which I was fucking fine with. Like I think I only got A in one thing, and it was IT.
I never got any A's. The highest I got was fucking, I think I got a C in maths, a C in science.
I got a C in maths, science, English.
I got a D in English, me.
I got an A.
I think so between me and you that I got the worst score.
And I got an A in IT. I got a fucking G in graphics, dude. I just did not give a single fuck about it. It was one of them where you had to fucking like, now when they give you too many options. It's like, man, I want to work in construction, man. Fucking just let us grab more math or something. I think that'll actually help us. I done that as well. I think I actually turned around and see it because it was the same with like geography. I took geography, graphics, and history, which is mad because like I'm proper into me history, but it was all this shit history.
I didn't like history in school. Like I preferred the stuff I was like learning from me granddad and that.
And like I turn around to them and say, look, listen, this is the course I want to get in, right? Like, and this is what I need to get in. It's math, science, and English. Give us more of the shit I want to do when I leave school. Can I not drop these and come and do that instead? Because like I probably had to work really hard to get C's, you know, dude. Like, because I was thick as fuck. Like, English was the only thing I found easy. In fact, I think like C was the highest I could have possibly got with that. Like, I don't think I could get A's and B's. Like, I got given the easiest one, but even if you got 100% of it, like it would only ever amount to a C.
I do often wonder, like, if I could have been asked to like actually put the effort in, what I could have got. I got like 2 C's and a D, and it was just because I didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like I said, I was just coasting, doing the bare minimum I could do, you know what I mean? No interest in it. Like if I actually was wanting to do it, you know what I mean? I reckon I could have probably done a lot better, but I just didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like I'd go back and do it and get back grades now if I cared about it, but I just don't.
Do you know what it is? I probably care less because it fucking didn't really make any fucking difference to me future. Like I could have dropped out of school and got a job at like, because you can't do that, you know, dude. Like as soon as you're 16, you can get a full-time job and leave school legally, you know. And I wish I'd have fucking done that. Start earning money at the earliest possible chance.
Well, that's what I was saying. I wanted to do with all my teachers and that, like fucking better earning and learning and all this and fucking. But then I discovered jobs suck too.
Like I wish I'd done that. No, like college. I reckon you should leave school. You should be able to leave school and go to college full time and like apply yourself to a trade, you know. Like imagine in year 10 if you started like, if you went on sort of like a 4-year apprenticeship program, like doing joinery, plumbing or bricklaying. Like normally it's 2 years, but imagine if you started that from year 10. Like by the time you actually finish your thing, you'll be quality. Whereas like now with a 2-year apprenticeship, this was my experience anyways. Like if you're purely doing college and you don't go on site, you leave there as being able to do bricklaying in college. You can't actually go and leave there and do it on on site.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So I reckon what they should start doing is, like, they should do like a 2-year if you're in college, and then they give you a placement out on site for another 2 years, and then after 4 years, you'd leave a fucking mint tradesman. You should do that. You should be able to do that from year 10 in school.
Like the sort I had it with, like, when I was able to go to, like, because I was going to college in year 10 and 11 on the Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Down to the thing, but it was like I wasn't really learning anything there, not necessarily because of them, but more because of the people that I was in the class with, because they kind of took it as like an easy thing, and I sort of did as well, to be fair. The teachers just got sick of trying to teach her because they weren't paying attention and that, and like I honestly used to go on like the shop floor had about like fucking 20-25 like just old cars on, and we used to like find ones like at the back where the seats went all the way back and just have a fucking nap, dude, throughout the afternoon.
Right. Like, but do you know what it is though, dude? How often would you go there?
2 days a week.
Like, 2 days a week isn't enough to fucking learn anything, like any sort of skill.
Well, you want to have an apprenticeship. I mean, obviously I'm like learning on the job. They were sending us to college like 1 day a week as well, and that was like a full day, which added up to more than I was doing that in them 2 days a week at school.
They go on as if like getting these like fucking grades is like the stepping stone in your future, but really all it is to see if you like doing it or not. Like, you know what I mean? But even if you got the best grade of that, are you now a mechanic? No. So what the fuck's the point?
Exactly, dude. Like I couldn't tell you the first thing about a car, despite having studied it for 2 years.
Exactly. Fucking bollocks. It needs reformed. Like, the education system in this country, it does really bad.
Yeah, I did have fun there though. It was a fucking laugh just fucking around on the Tuesday and Thursdays. Like, the only thing that sucked is that like I couldn't leave until 4, whereas school would normally finish at 3.
Fuck off, really, dude. Why?
It was just how it was.
Yeah, that's bullshit, that, dude.
Everyone that took the vocational options, they called them. There was 4 of them. There was the fucking hairdressing one, there was the mechanics one, and then there was 2 others I can't remember.
But I like back to the day topic anyways. I don't think I'd like being clever, dude. Like, because you know, like I was thinking, do you know the amount of things like I just fucking find funny, which if I was clever I wouldn't. Like, and do you know what it is? I'm really content being an unintelligent person, dude.
This isn't me trying to say that I'm more clever than you or anything like that, but there is some of the stuff, some of the videos that you send us that I imagine you're up here creased at. I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Dude, you know what I've got the ability of doing with being stupid as well? Like, I can go on cruise control in my head while when I'm doing like some sort of like manual labor, which like doesn't require any brain power. I can go in like autopilot and just do it, and like in my head, like I'm just thinking of mad things that would happen all the time. Like, especially when I was working with my dad. Like, my dad used to love it, you know, because I'd be doing something, he'd just see it smirking and like trying not to laugh, and he'd be like, what the fuck are you fucking laughing at now? But my dad was always proper excited about this fucking
like what you what's the next installment of fucking Nathan's crazy ramblings.
Right, but one of them was like randomly I couldn't get out of my head, and I was just laughing, right? Because my dad's like a big kid as well, you know, like he's a very professional and intelligent bloke, my dad, but at heart he is just a big kid, which like I've always thought was pretty cool about him.
That's great about him, dude. Like, you could fit in anywhere. Like, you can be like formal as fuck, or like you can like proper have a laugh like with like anyone, you know what I mean? He's fucking sound as fuck.
He fucking was it, but it was that fucking starburst advert where they're like, you tried these like new berries and cream, and like that random guy from like the Victorian era just comes and he's like, my good man, what was that? What did you say? And berries and what? And then he just drops the suitcase. He's like, berries and cream. I just started thinking of that. My dad was like, what the fuck are you talking about now? And I was like, it's this fucking advert. I'm gonna have to fucking show you a bit. And my dad found it fucking hilarious as well.
Right. The whole autopilot thing, I sort of do that sometimes as well. Especially like when I was a kid, like I kind of used to get wrong off me granddad about it, because like fucking it would be like while he was watching TV or something, like I would be like remembering something funny that he had said earlier that did like hours beforehand, dude, that I totally stopped laughing about. I'd just be pure creased about it and that, but I'm like trying to hold it in because I know he's gonna say something and I'm gonna feel stupid like trying to explain what it is that I'm laughing at, but I'm like holding it in so much that I'm like rattling the couch and that, you know what I mean? And he's like, wait.
Aye, dude, and do you know what it is? Like, if I had to pay attention when I was doing absolutely everything, I'd be fucking miserable, dude, and I know I fucking would.
It's it kind of it worries us sometimes because like I don't do it on purpose, and I'm worried that sort of like, and I've heard of people saying that they do this as well, but like if I start like driving, I'll just like autopilot it the whole way, and I'll get to my destination and not remember any of it.
As long as you do it safely, then what? That's not really a bad thing.
Aye, but if you're not aware of it being safely, like I've done it when I'm walking and that as well. Like fucking, I mean, I've literally fell asleep when I was walking one time.
Fuck off, really, dude. How the fuck do you do that?
Like I was literally like I'd got up on the Friday, went out, was getting stoned, fucking went out drinking and that, stayed up like all through the night, like in town with a couple of pals and that, smoking and drinking all day the Saturday, stayed up all night again, and then fucking like walked home like early hours Sunday morning, like all the way from town after staying up 2 nights, and then fucking like coming, it was pretty close to home as well, coming down one of the main roads. I sort of just like, I don't know, like I don't really, I mean, you never remember going to sleep, you know what I mean? I just kind of like, I remember getting to the top of the road and then all of a sudden like I opened my eyes and I was like halfway down the road.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That would freak me out, like.
It kind of was, you know what I mean? But I was sort of also really impressed that I didn't like, just collapse on the floor and smash my head off the concrete. Like I just carried on walking while I was asleep. Like I was like, whoa, that's mad.
That is pretty cool, like, dude. It's scary but cool. Right.
Like, it's never happened since, but I mean, I've never stayed up 2 days in a row and then walked fucking 7 miles before. Like, well, happened since then. So.
Right, dude. I was thinking the other day, like, you know how they always say, like, people, like, the video game community is always like, oh, like, it doesn't, like, influence kids or, like, influence people into, like, doing these things. I agree to that to a certain degree, but, however, it does when you're a kid. Like, I generally wanted to be a career criminal because of San Andreas, because I thought it was that easy to get away from the police, and I thought I actually made that much money.
Same, dude. I mean, to be honest, like even replaying, I think I replayed San Andreas when I was about 18 or 19, and I was still there. I was on Grove Street being a pure gangster, running around with Uzis and all this.
Right, dude.
You don't even have to be a kid to be influenced by it.
Like my was it? I remember once my mum like come out to see what I was doing because like the next door was like empty for a long time, so I should fuck off in there gone because who's gonna stop us as no one lives there. And they had this cool fucking like shed. Obviously it wasn't abandoned because it was in the back, but in my head it was like an abandoned shed in the woods, and it had creepy old photos of the family that lived there before and that from like the fucking 60s and shit. Like rusty axes and shit in there, and dude, it was fucking cool. I thought it was cool as fuck. But once after, like I was just hopping backwards and forwards from like over the fence, and my mum was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm practicing like how quick I can jump over a fence." And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Cause like so I can get away from the police quick." And she was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I want to be a gangster when I grow up."
How old were you at this point, dude?
Fuck knows when did San Andreas fucking come out? Cause when it was fresh as
about
up.
2003, I think.
But I would have been in year 3 in school.
Right.
That's what I love about my age group. Like whatever year was becoming, seeing I was like the 02, 03 season in school, I would be in year 3. I was always what was later, which makes me feel old as fuck because I technically started school in 1999 into 2000. That's when I started reception.
I think I would have been in nursery then, but I did like an extra year of nursery like before I had to. But I remember going either into me main nursery, I think it was from me main nursery into reception in 2000, because I remember being excited for the fucking, there was a new train out for the Millennium on Thomas the Tank Engine.
For fuck's sake, dude.
Right. Fuck the Millennium Bridge, dude. Thomas the Tank Engine's got a new silver train out.
Right, dude. So I was like, I was only in like year 3 in school when that come out, and like I was like fucking look how easy it is to get away from the police, and our police don't have guns. Like I'll be able to fucking, cause I used to get it like for being a kid, I was meant to lose a minority and shit or notoriety. Like I was fucking minted. I was like, this is so fucking easy, and I thought driving a car was as easy as that, because sometimes I'd be like, I'll see if I could drive a car normal on it, and I wouldn't, crash and shit like that, and I wouldn't crash like pure going fast as fuck. And I was like, I'd be a fucking mint gangster. That's what I thought. I honestly thought that.
Right, I thought it was the same with cars and that, like after playing games like that, I thought it was literally like you've got a pedal to go forwards, you've got a pedal to fucking brake and go backwards, and then you've got the wheel to go left and right, and that was it. You're fucking away. You know what I mean? Like, why are people wasting money on driving lessons? It's a piece of piss.
But I mean, you could argue and say I wasn't meant to be playing that game at that age, but who fucking cares?
And I'm glad I did, like, because this was back when, like, when you got a game, it was a disc, say for your birthday and stuff, you'd know it was like, so it was either a game or a DVD. You could tell by the shape of the fucking thing, and then when you unwrapped it and you seen that big fucking 18 logo on there, you were like, it was the fucking happiest moment of your life.
Right,
like, I'm not supposed to play this for like another 8 years or something.
I remember once I was watching Ali G as a kid, right, dude? And me auntie was fucking thinking, because there's a part where he's like, she's got these knickers on saying keep it real on, and he's like going about to take them off, and me auntie come in and was like, what the fuck are you watching? I'm like, oh.
It's always at the worst part in the film, isn't it?
Aye, right.
Like, I'm surprised there wasn't when he's getting Pierre jerked off by the blind guy when he's chained to the fence. And
Aye, right, dude.
I fucking I remember sort of being corrupted from, because I used to be like, when I was like really, really young, like I was Pierre Goody Two Shoes, I wouldn't break the rules and all this. I was over at my mate's house and he was like, oh, I can't remember what it was he wanted to watch. He was like, oh, put this on, it's funny and that. And I was like, oh, I'm not allowed to watch that. And he's like, well, there's only us here, like you know, who's gonna tell you off? I was like, that's a fucking good point, actually. Like, and that was so when I realized, like, if there's no authority figures around, you can just do what you fucking want.
Right, dude. I was proper like that as a kid. I was like a proper fucking like, oh, me ma, yeah, man,
yeah, right.
Right, dude. I think that almost everyone is a certain way. I mean, that's when you're not kid's gonna be a little bastard when he's never thought that ever in his life. He's just like, fuck, I don't care. Me ma comes and watches me do this right now. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's 100% of fucking influence kids, and I got fucking witnessed it firsthand. I mean, luckily I fucking realised that it was a lot harder to fucking do that shit. And the proofs in the pudding, like I wouldn't go around even shoplifting and shit like that. And I mind blowing a prostitute's brains out for the $100 just got in her pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But like, shag her first, give her the money, then Pierre smack her about with a baseball bat and take it back off her.
Yeah.
And somehow you get left back so as well. Like,
and how what did you do with it? That's already fucking spent it.
like, you've literally just stepped out my car and I've ran you over. Like, you went nowhere. Like, I gave you $100, I've got 60 back. What's going on?
Right, dude. But the 100% do. Like, I fucking remember thinking, like, look how much money they've made off doing that. And I mean, I wasn't wrong. Like, but it's like getting to that top end of tier of criminal. Like, it takes a fucking long time. You don't just go around and kill a few prostitutes and you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're taking out like every gang. You're taking out the Vargos, taking out the Ballers. Like, fucking. That's what's annoying about GTA 5, as you've mentioned to me. Like, spent so long cleaning up them streets, getting rid of all the ballers dealing the drugs and all that, fucking making the streets green, fucking Grove Street forever, and then all of a sudden Grove Street's baller territory.
Like, it's what was it? Like, they do that in one. They do it in the game as well. Like, they undo the whole of the Lost and Damned. They make Johnny, who you play as, who's like a proper hard as fuck biker dude, like fighting over to like gain control of the Lost and Damned and that. He's like just letting some fucking. He ends up a meth head tweet. I was just like, oh, but you're shagging me now, and they just die in the first scene you see him. It put a bad taste in my mouth that of Rockstar, like on GTA 4, like fucking how they undone the Ballers, and like they undone like Grove Street's Progress, and then they undone the Lost and Damned. That's 2 games that you played for nothing.
That you've built a connection with the fucking characters and you put the work in to make that territory yours. You know what I mean? And they just fucking strip it away from you with no explanation in between.
100%.
Like, it's been like fucking. I was watching this video of some guy explaining like what why is it Ballers territory and stuff, and he's basically saying like it's been that long because like Grove Street was like, I mean, like San Andreas was like set in the 90s, wasn't it?
Aye.
And then that's in like 2012 or something, and basically like all the Grove Street families and that, the main ones and stuff. For example, Carl, like he just ran away whenever there was a problem. Basically, he ran away when his first brother died, he ran away when his ma died. Fucking.
Wait, did he come back when his ma died? Isn't that like...
I came, yeah. Something happened to Sweet as well, I'm sure, and he bailed on him. And yeah, he was on about Sweet just not being a good leader as well. And obviously Ryder and Big Smoke being pure traitors.
Like, do you know what it is? Like, it's still, though, it's a lot to fucking undo, though.
Aye, with no explanation. Like, I've had to get this explanation from a third party. Like, they should have, like...
Which if it comes from a third party, it's all pretty much hearsay. It's just an educated guess as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because obviously, because if you look, because this is one thing I never understood until I'd done a playthrough as an adult, because there's a bit where, like, because the Grove Street families, like, the Grove Street's a faction of the families, and, like, they sort of at war with each other, and Sweet goes to a meeting and you're killing people who are dressed in green, and I was sort of like, how's that? But obviously, as an adult, you sort of know, which happens in real life. Like, there'll be one section of the Crips that'll fight with another Crip, like, gang.
Like people with another chapter kind of thing.
Like, that's the thing,
like,
everyone thinks that all Crips are sounding, all Bloods are sounding, not like it. Like, if you're in another, you're literally in a different gang, like, just because you're called a Crip and they're called a Crip, you are still different gangs and you will beef over territory. Like, it does happen. But, like...
So that seems mad to me, like, because if they just all came together, you could wipe the other side out, you know what I mean?
But it's
That's what I was trying to do for Grove Street, and I pretty much single-handedly fucking wiped out all the opponents. I even did that thing where, like, I don't know if you ever did this, you know, when you take out the main ones, like the Ballers and the Vargos and whatever the other one was.
Aye.
And then you can, like, if you get a plane and fly out to the edge of the map as far as you possibly can, and then quit out and load back in, you've got, like, a whole new set of different colours, like a sort of sky blue gang and that to go and take out and all this.
Yeah, I never knew that.
I even did all of that, dude. Like, I made sure, like, there was not a single fucking trace of any other gang left in San Andreas, you know what I mean?
Right, to give you the option to fucking do that and then just undoes it without an explanation. It's shit. I didn't care how many people say that GTA 5 was the best one in terms of story writing and, like, undoing past ones. It was shit.
I think I've literally just recently replayed the story as well, so it's, like, fresh in my mind, and, like, it was good, but I think it relied more heavily on the like the gameplay being good rather than the story being good.
The story wasn't actually that great, I don't think.
It wasn't great. Like, it was good. Like, it was a decent story. Like, it's worth playing through and sort of paying attention to, and it, like, it drags you in and it connects you to other characters and makes you hate other characters, which is, you know, what good writing does. But, like, as a whole, like, I think the story in San Andreas was better. I think the story in GTA 4 was better.
I reckon Vice City was my personal favourite story. Like, it was one of the worst maps. But
I can't speak on Vice City because I haven't actually played it.
I remember the story being mint. But, like, what I found with GTA 5 is, like, one of the things I didn't like about it is, like, you sort of got too big too quick. Like, everyone was thinking, it's set back there, and then obviously you had Franklin, who was, like, sort of from the family's territory sort of thing. And you thought it would have, like, more him being thingy, like, more being involved in that, but he doesn't. He just gets caught doing a repo, and then all of a sudden he's, like, one of the best bank robbers in the country and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, you get too big too quick, whereas every other GTA game, you're starting from the gut and you eventually work your way up.
And the money didn't seem to match that as well. I couldn't afford loads of fancy shit until after I did that big heist, like, right at the very end. You come back after the credits and you've got, like, a couple of mil from it. To be fair, like, I was only really doing the story and, like, the Strangers and Free. Like, I wasn't going out and doing all the shit that you do to make money and that. I didn't really care. I like getting, like, fancy cars and all that. The
stock market on your phone's a big part of it as well. I think that's literally the only way possible you can end up buying that golf course is if you I think because Trevor ends up with the biggest load of money by the end, I think.
So it depends who you play as mainly, I guess, because my first time I was playing mainly as Franklin. He ended up loading, the other two were pretty much skinned.
I'm pretty sure, like, if you play it right, like, because I looked in the tutorial how to end up buying that, because I was doing loads of shit and I was like, I'm running out of things to do here and I'm still nowhere near that. But what you do is you put, like, you do it as Trevor, and then you do the Strangers and Freaks. Now you do the assassinations for what's he called?
Lester,
aye. And then you hop between all the characters and you put money in the stock market in which you've just assassinated at the right time. And then you take it out because, like, them assassinations ought to influence the stock market. That's the whole point in doing it. And you go around hopping on each character, and then it'll be like a weekend game, and then you pull your money out before it starts going down or something like that. And that like that's like the easiest way to get that. I mean, I still didn't end up doing it because it wasn't working the way that the guide was saying. But
I wish I had to be watching what I was playing it like, because fucking I didn't have a clue. Me, I only really there was a couple of free stocks I got, and then some guy was like, "Oh, fucking buy this," and it was bad advice. I never ended up even selling any of them at the end. It was kind of pointless.
Like, you can make money off the stock market without doing that, but I think it's all just sort of random.
Yeah. There's other ones as well, like I was looking into like fucking, there's businesses that you can buy that you can also buy stocks in.
Aye.
So like if you sort of buy them low and then like buy the business and do it up, and then your stocks will be worth loads, I'd assume. Never got around to it. Like I finished the story before I had the money to do it, and at that point it's like what I don't need to do anymore. You know what I mean?
And I found that a lot with GTA 5 as well. There was like a lot of things that you might just like you could only do by the end, which is like, but then by the end of the story, you're less inclined to do it.
It's sort of like I'm done with the game now. You know what I mean?
Aye.
I'm exhausted. Like I can't be arsed being these people anymore.
It was funny in that respect. Like I proper hope that they don't do that in GTA 6 where it's like, oh, Nico Bellic's back, let's fucking stick a carrot up his arse and shoot him in the head to prove that he's a bitch, even though you end up fucking thinking he's mint. You know what I mean? I hope they don't do that in GTA 6, like, because it'll just piss us off again. Like, I can't believe they've done it twice in one game. If they do that on the next one, I'll be fucking furious, you know.
Aye, same, like, especially if it is Nico Bellic, like, because he was fucking one of the best characters, I reckon.
Aye, right. Like, I know there's a mention of him because him that Bill Bird does the voice for, like,
in the Lost and the Damned.
Aye, Paddy McGeary or something. I'd say that.
No, that's not him, man.
Isn't it? I thought that's who he done. But you can hire him in Heist on GTA 5, that Paddy McGeary who's off GTA 4.
Yeah, you can also see Nico Bellic's Life Invader page as well on certain people's laptops.
Aye, he's was it? And I'm sure Lester mentions him, like, on a heist. He's like, oh, there's this bank robber from Liberty City who, but he's went quiet or something. He's on about Nico Bellic. But they better not play any of that shit on GTA 6. Just fucking, like, imagine that, dude, because that's essentially what they're doing with Johnny, innit? I kind of take it, like, if they do that, because I'll be honest, like, I've waited that long for GTA 6. Like, I'm not that arsed about it anymore. Obviously, I'm gonna get it and play it, right? But it's took that long, like, sort of me enthusiasms went down for it.
I've always been one of them where I just don't have any enthusiasm for it until it happens. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Like I'm sick of like things being like overhyped, and then like no matter how good it is, it's a disappointment because it's not as good as you thought it was. I'm gonna wait and fucking play it, and I'm gonna enjoy it for myself, kind of thing. I'm gonna avoid everyone else's opinions until then. Like
I get it with TV shows, like, because there's one called Stranger Things, right, dude? And there's been that much of a gap between seasons. Like I've forgotten everything that's happened. I can't be arsed to watch the first 2 seasons again, so I fucking can't be arsed with it. And I'm kind of like that with GTA. Like I'm not that bothered by it. Whereas Warhorse has played an absolute belter. Like they've announced it and then bringing it out in the same year.
That's what you want to do, like.
Which I know GTA 6 has probably like took a long time to fucking make, but I honestly think that they've withheld it that much because there's been no reason to bring one out, because they've been making that much money off GTA 4. I mean, they've brought it out in 3 different generations.
The thing is as well though, like, I mean, it's quite possible that there's an element of that, but when you think about, say, Red Dead, for example, the guy who played Arthur, I think they were saying it took him, he'd been doing the voice lines for about 7 years, so that's how long that had been in production.
Do animals have a sense of humour? You once believed that your mum's dog laughed at you.
Aye, dude. Like I was around like looking after the pets for my mum when she was away one time. There's 2 cats, so they've got a cat flap, and there's like a Jack Russell, so that he can just go out the cat flap whenever he wants as well, just go in the back garden for a shit or whatever. He gets like so excited at the prospect of like going outside. So like if he sees you putting your shoes on, or if he sees you like putting your jacket on or anything, he's like, oh, going outside and that, and he'll stop here barking and stuff, like until you take him out. And I put my jacket on because I was getting like a bit chilly, but not like cold enough to be like putting the heating on or anything. And he immediately is like, oh, we're going out. So like I went to the back door, like where his leads kept and that, and just like sort of like pushed the cat flap open with my foot, and he was just sort of like looking at it and then looking at it. I was like, that's not what I want. And so like I went to Pierre, like not like Pierre booted off its hinges, you know what I mean, but like give it a bit of a harder kick, and I Pierre stubbed me toe on the edge, and I was like, and he started Pierre wagging his tail, and I was like, are you fucking laughing at me, you little bastard?
Right, dude. Hey, I wouldn't know if he was shocking us up as well, because if a dog hurts us, I'd be like, oh, are you alright, son? You know what I mean? So you honestly believe that the dog was laughing at you, dude?
I don't 100% believe that he did, but it was enough to make us question it, you know what I mean? Why else would he have wagged his tail at me pain, you know what I mean? Unless he had a sense of humour.
Wait, I once seen this video of like this, it was some sort of a monkey, right, dude? And he was in this tree, and there was like a leopard down, and when the leopard wasn't looking, he was fucking running down and just smacking it, and then quickly running back up the tree. Right. And then the leopard's like, oh, you're fucking taking the piss. And like he's like, fuck off, come up the tree if you want to do something about it. And like, so I reckon I reckon animals do have a sense of humour.
I'm glad you mentioned chimps, actually, because I think when I mentioned the subject, I wanted to bring it on to chimps, because like they do seem to have a lot of fun with each other, you know what I mean? They mess about and play about and that, and like there's people who like study the ways that they communicate with each other and that. And like this one and it's different amongst each like troop of like chimps and that, but like this one that was being studied and that, you know, they'd make this certain face when they wanted to like play about and that, you know, have a wrestle or whatever, and you always see like fucking like young gorillas and that like winding up the big silverback and that, you know what I mean? He's just piss off, man, you know what I mean? But they like fucking like running about and that.
Right. Do you know what? It's mad though, because they don't do that. They're like the main silverback, you know, dude. Like, because apparently I read somewhere that like the young gorillas, like, so like if it's like the main head honcho silverback, they won't even look at him in case he just picks him up and smacks him against a tree and kills him, you know. Like apparently he's so easily fucking thingy, because I'm sure like the main silverback thinks that you're brave enough to look at me. I'm sure to see that as a challenge as well, to tell you not to stay at him.
Like if you look right in the eyes, yeah.
So like if the main silverback sees a kid doing that to him, they think he's brave enough to look at us as a kid. Like when he gets older, he's gonna like be strong enough to beat me up, sort of thing. But then all like the sort of like male silverbacks that aren't alpha or sound with the kids, because a lot of them look after his kids for him. That's how they try and get, like, because once he sort of mated with one female silverback, that's him done with that, and he doesn't have anything to do with the kid. But then another male will sort of look after the kid to try and shag that one. That's in to say, look at me with your kid, like I'm looking after you and the kid, like let me get some fucking pussy, sort of thing. Like that's how they sort of work. Like I'm like a fan of animals. Like I try not to fucking like I'm one of them, like I'll not kill a bee, like at all. I try not to kill an animal unless I need to. When I was a kid, I was a cunt. I used to stand on snails and shit like that. But like I wouldn't dare now. But there's one animal I can't help but fucking hate, right, dude? And I really don't like fucking dolphins, dude. I fucking can't stand them. Like, just look at the fucking stupid face. Like, I've never seen an animal so want to fucking punch in my life.
Like, do you reckon they just look cocky or something? Like
they just, it was almost like they were put on this earth to fucking piss me off. Like they just come up with a stupid little grin on the face and they go, they laugh at you. They laugh at you. Like, that's why I can't go to an aquarium, because I reckon I'd for all the kids would start crying and start smashing the glass when I see a dolphin.
Right.
Dude, I really don't fucking like them. And they try shag you as well.
I've heard that fucking randy little bastards, like.
I think they're the only other mammal that has like sex purely for pleasure other than us. Like, it's just us and dolphins. Like, that's what I got told of Mr. Pringle in science, because like
I forgot about Mr. Pringle.
Right, like he says that dolphins are the only other ones that do it purely for pleasure, not to reproduce.
Yeah, like it's not just us and them though; it's them and primates.
I know, but I'm sure like their main goal is still to have another kid, whereas dolphins do it in hopes of not having one. Like, that's what he said.
Well, he was wrong. Fucking.
Let's get him on the next episode.
Well, fucking, you're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak. Like bonobos, for example, they're typically the ones that you'll see masturbating in the zoo. Like, they just like shag each other as a way to say hello. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking man and a woman, or a man and a man, woman and a woman. They'll just fucking I just have a quick shag when the equivalent of us passing in the street and that, and like nodding my head like, oh, you alright? Oh, let's have a quick shag.
No way, dude.
Like, honestly, dude.
Is anyone in the chat that has any beef with a specific animal, by the way? Because like I'm angry just for thinking of dolphin, dude. I fucking hate them.
That's mad. That
Oh,
like
no, you don't particularly like them or
understand the
dislike
hype.
them.
Aye, like a lot of people. There's a lot of hype about them.
Like, snakes are fucking assholes. Like,
Nah, snakes are cool. Like I quite like snakes.
for no reason
Is it like-
whatsoever. I'm on the same page as you, because you know what it is, right? I think it might be because like back in the day on like if you went to some like proper council estate house, like these just hammer the bathroom with dolphins for some reason. Like, did you ever know anyone like that?
I knew. I can't remember who it was, but it was like a sort of older relative, like a great aunt or a grandma or someone like that. You know what I mean? Who like you'd go into the house and there was just like dolphin everything, dude. Like all different kinds of dolphin ornaments on the mantelpiece and that, like big cabinets full of like glass dolphins and all this, and fucking dolphin lampshades and all that bollocks.
Did you know that the house cat has serpent eyes and no other feline in the wild has them? That's
Really?
mad. I didn't know that, dude. That's pretty cool.
I didn't either, but I'm kind of skeptical because I'm sure I was watching a documentary and it was saying about why different animals have different pupil shapes, and it was going on about I think a tiger having like the up and down eyes because it's like it's a hunter and it like pounces, whereas like the prey animals and that, like, you know, when you look at a sheep and it's got like pure sideways rectangle like widescreen pupils, like that's to like be like scanning the horizon and all that.
Like, do you know what it is
That's
when
crazy if it is true.
my reunion saying that he hates snakes for no reason? Like, they'd kind of deserve it, because even if you look after them and feed you, do you not see that way? Like, this woman thought it was lying down next to her to have like a cuddle with her, but it was sizing her up to see if it could eat you. As soon as I knew that, it's like, right, you've been fucking, you want to eat me, and I've been giving you all these frozen little mice out the fucking window.
You all these frozen little.
I would, dude. But honestly, I fucking swear to God, I'm glad there isn't just dolphins in the time, because I'd jump in after them, me, dude. I fucking hate them.
Right.
My biggest fear is sharks. I'd freak the fuck out, like.
I said, like, especially, like, I mean, I wouldn't be scared of it if a shark came on land. I wouldn't be scared of it because it's in my territory.
I was literally going to say that, dude.
If I'm in the water with the shark, then it's fucking, I'm in his territory. I'm the metaphorical fish out of the water. I'm the mammal in water.
Aye, dude, like, it's one of them, because you're like so incapable in water compared to what you normally are.
Like, people say, oh, punch it, but you punch is pure like fucking, you know, half a mile of fucking.
And that shark's always like, why is he blown as a kiss? That's what it feels like to them, dude.
People say bop it on the nose, but I reckon what you probably want to do is fucking try and get a finger in the eye, or like fucking punch it like in the gills, like try and get your arm like in its fucking gills.
Aye, but won't that antagonize it then? Because now it's not fighting you to eat you, then it's like fighting you because you're fighting it.
Don't know, but it's worth a shot though. Like, if it's gonna eat you anyway, fucking give it a try.
Oh, well, I would if I was going to try and eat us, but if it was coming up to us, like, I didn't know. This is one of them things where, like, a lot of people be like, oh, I'd do this and do that, whereas if it actually happened to them, they wouldn't do none of that. The fucking, you know what I mean?
Like, I'm not saying I would do that and I'd pure wrestle it by the gills and fucking, you know, drag it to the ocean floor and pummel it on the sand and that, you know what I mean? But, like, I reckon that might be a good thing to try if you get the opportunity.
Aye, right.
But apparently, like, most sharks, like, some sharks are pure cunts, like, but, like, most sharks are just curious about you. They don't really want to eat you. They just want to see what you are.
Aye.
And, like, so they just come up and have a little fucking swim about you and examine you and that.
Aye, right. Like, did you know who's apparently killer whales are like massive dicks as well? Like, they just flip over icebergs just because there's a seal on it, just for the crease.
Yeah, well, I think they do it, they eat it, like, but I mean, if they do it for the crease, it sort of adds to me theory that animals have a sense of humour. I mean, they keep flipping like boats over and that. All these rich people are like, oh, my yacht's getting flipped over by a killer whale and that. And it's like, I kind of want to, like, is there any way I can join in with these killer whales and flip over these rich people's boats?
Right,
like, can I get involved somehow? Can I send them some money?
I support the flipping of Yacht Act of 2024.
Right.
By royal decree, we're now allowed to join in the efforts of killer whales and flip over the rich people's hobbies. Dude, that would be class.
Like, do you reckon if I go out in just a rowboat, they'll be like, aye, he's a man of the people, he's just a commoner. He's just got a rowboat, and then I'll just get the oars on the fucking thing, stop here trying to capsize these fucking yachts.
Right, dude. Or like make a saddle like on on Orc for them and that.
I do that big fucking mint Pierre riding a killer whale.
Yeah, dude, I reckon you're the kind of guy that would go missing and leave his modern life behind to go live with the killer whales, right?
Dude, if I genuinely could, I fucking would, you know.
And then you just go around riding like the one that becomes your new best friend and go around flipping on your center.
Right, it's like me and him are the leader of the pod.
Oh,
and fucking just Pierre going about and there's a fucking yacht over there, they're having a party. Let's go and fucking steal the boat and flip steal the booze and flip the boat over.
oh, right. There's you with just a fucking bottle of whiskey on wheelback, dude, like this. Right, dude, that would be sick. I'd probably join you, like, if that was singing.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right, dude, like fucking claim a whale each. What would you call yours?
Oh, fucking, I don't know. It'd have to be something cool, you know what I mean?
I like plain names, me. I like to just call him fucking Phil or something. Phil our whale. Phil the wheel.
Phil our wheel. Right.
Phil the wheel. There's all you like fucking spatula of death tail and shit like that. It's right, like fucking Phil the wheel.
I'm still trying to think, me.
Dude, I'd be more creative at things I'd shout at to reach people first. I'd be like, welcome to the Krusty Krab, can I take your order? One Krabby Patty coming right up. Flip the fucking damn thing.
Right. Dude, that would be a fun life. Like, I wish we could do that.
Aye, right, dude. Like we wouldn't have to worry about money or bills or fuck all.
Really? Just be like, it's like new pirates, you know what I mean?
Aye, right, dude.
Shit and being pirates, just like
ride a wheel around, dude.
Like huge as well, you know what I mean? So if they like coast like at the top, we could just like lie back on the back and that, just chilling for a while the Pierre cruise around with on, and like it would be like wearing a hat to them. Like we wouldn't wear much.
I'm running out of stuff to play. Like I'm going backwards. Like I played Skyrim for I think I played it on the PS3 or something, and like I've just got that again.
Right.
Like 2024. I don't know if it's just me being too fussy, but like I'm struggling to like finding like some good games like that's come out this year. I reckon.
No, what you mean,
I'm hoping that KCD 2 makes it worth it. Like I've never been so excited for a game.
It's fucking should be good. Like that's why I'm trying to clock the first one. Like I'll probably be doing that a bit later this evening, but I'm gonna have to like revert me save back to like before the monastery because I need to like clear up all my side quests and stuff that I had active first.
You've got to like proper prep for the monastery from what I remember. Like you've got to know, like you've got to know all the secret little things on it and all. Like there's a what was it?
Don't tell us.
I won't.
I'm backing out. I'm resigning temporarily from my monastic life.
Do you know?
Going back tidy up my affairs.
Do you know what? I don't know why, right? But there's a bit where you sit and you eat, right? Like it's proper in like FPS where you're sitting scranning this bowl, and the bowl, whatever they're eating in this monastery, looks fucking disgusting, dude.
Orange fucking lumpy soup.
And it used to knock us ill. I used to have to close my eyes while that was happening and skip time, and I was like, whatever they're eating, it looks fucking disgusting. But he's proper loving it. He's going more, isn't he, Henry?
And it like overfills you as well, dude. If you just sit there for ages, I didn't realise until like the fourth day or something. I'm like, I've got the pure pig icon on because it's like I'm like 124 food.
There's now worse as well because I had the perk where like if you didn't over or under eat like for a certain amount of days, it would give you this perk, but then it would reset as soon as you. And I used to work proper hard like to maintain the balanced diet perk, and it fucking with one fucking extra fucking lamb chop or something, dude, it would fuck it all up.
That's why like I never eat like you know when you go around you find like bread and onions and cheese and all that bollocks. Like I never eat any of that. I always eat like them stews out the bowls that you find around because they fill you up exactly 25. So if I'm any more than 75, I won't have one. If I'm under that, I'll have one. Or you can just go to the bathhouse and you get all to 100 every time.
I'm not ready for hardcore. Like it's mad because I've done that many playthroughs on the vanilla settings. Like I find the game easy, but like the hardcore, like I don't think I'll ever be ready for that. Like
it's like one death is it, innit? You gotta start again.
I'm not too sure. Like, I'm too scared to even think about it.
I'm pretty sure that is the crack. That's usually what hardcore difficulty is on most games that have it. But like, there's some extras with that where it's like, oh, you've got these disabilities and you've got to have like at least 2 of them or something.
There's an achievement for doing it with all 8 on. Like, I might give it a try once if I sort of run out of things to play. But I think Cyberpunk will probably be the next one you have inspired us.
So like basically like I don't know if you have felt like this, like someone's like treat you better by like possibly a bad reason. Like for example, I went in the shop the other week. This is when I thought of it. There was a guy in like before me. The person behind the counter was just like, oh yeah, you know, £2 whatever. See you later. You know, couldn't be asked kind of thing. And then when I got up the counter, they were all pure smiley and everything, and like, oh yeah, have a nice day. See you later. And I got out and I was like, do I like look so poor that they think I'm on Secret Millionaire and I'm their boss or something? Like so pure.
Right, dude. Was it the guy across at the post office gave me a free vape because I got a seagull out of his shop?
Right, well, that's for a good reason though. Like you did him a favour. He returned the favour.
Aye, right, but I didn't do it to get out his shop. I'd done it because like, I had an excuse to manhandle a fucking animal. He wouldn't have fucking liked it if it was a dolphin coming in there. Dude, I would have just fucking monkey hooped it straight away, dude.
Grab it by the tail, pian, knocking shelves over with it. And
aye, dude, but why was that like a wrong reason? Because he thought he was like a secret millionaire.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they genuinely thought this. You know what I mean? I was just sort of speculating why. Like, why did they not give a fuck about the person before me who was just a totally normal, nondescript person, and then they see me and they were all cheerful and all this, you know what I mean? And so I'm like wondering like why, and I'm like, you know, maybe I look at the like, you know, nobody looks that poor unless they're actually really rich. This is probably the guy who owns this shop, and I've got to be really nice to him, otherwise I'm gonna get sacked.
Aye, right, dude. Dude, like, I can imagine like there'd be places I'd be embarrassed to like that to be a returning customer. Like, say it was like an STI clinic or something, and you would just want to be in and out sort of thing, and they're like, oh look, hey, it's Griffiths again, I'll get the kettle on, big man. Fucking hell, it's only 2 weeks. I'll be like, for fuck's sake, shut the fuck up, dude.
Like when we heard it, like, you know, them trench coats with the big collars and that, and the fucking
right, dude.
Sneaking it. I wasn't invited to the wedding because I don't actually know the people, but like because of the lass I was saying at the time, I was invited to the after party, and like they had these it was like a polystyrene ball about this big, like on a stick, meant to look like a flower or something, and it had loads of Ferrero Rochers like stuck on the outside, and that barely anyone was eating them, dude. And like at the end when everyone fucked off, there was like loads left, and I was like, yeah, it gives you a fucking bag, and I was just honestly just filling them, dude, full of Ferrero Rochers, and that was fucking mint, because they're like the patch of sweet just below fucking Lindt truffles.
Right,
Lindt
dude.
Truffles are the top tier, and then you got Ferrero Rocher under that.
I think the caviar of chocolate and that, dude. I remember once fucking I was working night shift at a TK Maxx. I was getting some like shop fitting work carried out, but you had to do it on a night shift because it was still open through the day. So we would like sort of shut her off certain sections of it and do that bit and then move on to the next one once that section was complete. And with it being on night shift, dude, it was like fucking we went into the break room once and they had like this fucking like vending machine there, and I put £1 in for this fucking can and it didn't drop it, and I fucking smacked it, right, dude? Right. And the door just opened, dude.
Aye.
And I was like, fucking was it? I got a packet of chewing gum from it, right? Put all of it in my mouth, chewed it the fuck, put it on the lock so like it shut it, like, but you could just keep opening it, dude. And I was saying, and I was saying to him like, fucking yeah, free shit for as long as we're here, dude, and we rinsed it the fuck.
I would have been getting me traditional fucking sack with a $sign on it and that, just piling all the stuff in, fucking loot.
Aye, right, dude, I was trying to fucking get into the money as well, dude, but it wasn't having none of it, but I ended up having to fucking pay for it at the end. It was fucking bullshit. Someone grassed on me, dude. In fact, I don't think we got grassed on. It was like, oh, but when empty the money, now it's been put in, but yet all of this is gone. Because I was there for like 2 months, dude. It got fucking rinsed, and I think they went to fucking refill it, and like obviously while they're refilling it, they're going to check the money, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now you've got a bucket list of things you want to do. What's things you never want to do, or things you don't want to do again?
I don't know, because I try and forget all the things I think are shit. I try and forget. I never want to go to London again because I've hated it every single time. Oh
fuck, dude! I avoid that fucking rat's nest as much as I can. London's fucking shit, dude. Do you know what mine is? Do you on holidays, have you ever seen it where there's some guy on a parachute and he's attached to a boat? I done that, dude. I done that in Cyprus, dude. It was fucking boring. It lasts ages as well, so I'm fucking in the air like a kite. And I'm like...
just dangling in there.
Dude, I was just fucking dangling a bit. I'm just like, fucking, I'm trying to shout with the dude, and he's like, fucking, I was like, yeah, let us down. He's like, we cannot go any faster, my friend. Thinking I'm trying to tell him to fucking go croissant. I'm like, no, I'm down, dude. Fucking take it back. It's boring.
No.
This is fucking boring as fuck. Like, once you're up there, dude, dude, it's boring once you're up there. But we done flying in the air cadets, dude, so it's like fucking pointless.
Well, I didn't. I've missed out on it.
Oh shit, well you might like it then, dude. But I was bored as fuck. And like going, wait, at the bottom, I'm like, no, wait, get us down. I want to come down. I think maybe they thought I was scared, but I wasn't scared. I was just fucking bored. Like, I thought it was only 10 minutes or something, dude. I was fucking up there for over an hour, dude. Like, against me will.
Were they just like circling the bay or something?
Fucking, dude, I'm sure I tried to go to sleep and shit. I was so fucking bored, dude. I was fucking getting sunburned. I'm sure they had a competition on how much they could sunburn fucking people or something, dude. Because, dude, it was like fucking 38 degrees or something.
And you're like being hoisted up closer to the sun as well.
Dude, it was funny from their point of view, dude.
It's funny from mine now, to be honest.
Shall we start a fucking what's it called? Paragliding?
I think so.
Shall we start a paragliding business and just never let people down, dude?
Like, we get a boat each, and just the first two customers are our only customers because we just keep them up there forever. Stick the boat on cruise control and fucking swim back to land.
Alright, dude, I would take shifts and all that, and then once we stopped for a little bit and the started come down, it's like, shit, he's nearly down, dude, take off, and he's like, no, man. Dude, that's how I felt. Like, I was like, no, let's down, I'm fucking bored.
Right, that's the most, it was like you were like being kidnapped in the most inventive way possible.
Dude, like, no one would believe me because if you start screaming, they'd be like, fucking hell, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at him, Pierre, shooting himself.
I was going to let it down. It's surprisingly, like, hard to fucking breathe as well. Especially when they go a little bit fast, because, like, all the air's in your face, which I don't understand, because, like, there's more of it to breathe in, so how's that? You know what I mean?
You'd think your lungs would get too full, you know what I mean?
I
mean, that's why, like, a lot of, like, birds of prey and that, like, I think kestrels and stuff like that, their nostrils are kind of, like, kidney shaped. And it's to, like, divert the wind, because because they dive, like, so fast, like, I'm sure it's, like, sort of the fastest an animal actually moves, like any animal. Like, the air going upward just fucking pop them like a balloon if they just had, like, normal round nostrils, if it was just a straight line into the lungs kind of thing.
Right. Well, I'm trying to think of all that things I never ever want to do again. Fucking Sambuca Black for a start. Fuck that, dude.
Right. Getting Pierre wasted and embarrassing myself is definitely on that list.
Fucking obviously there's London. I nearly said that again. That's how much I never fucking want to ever go there, dude.
See, the thing, I'm trying to think of sort of one-off things that I've tried, but most of them I've liked, you know what I mean?
Right, dude.
I don't want to go to France again either, because I didn't enjoy my time there.
What's something we've never even done before? It's like an anti-bucket list. It's usually things that you would want to do, but things that you've never done, but you never...
Oh, like people that, like, usually to be on people's buckets lists, but like, you know, so for you, swimming with dolphins, for example.
Fuck that, dude. I'd get put on the news, dude, if I went fucking swimming for dolphins. I'd fucking go scrapping with dolphins. That's what I'd do. Says you want to try to shag us, dude. I'd smoke one of them to bits. I'd just pick it up and launch it in the crowd, me, dude. Fucking own a pair of loafers, I would say, is on my anti-bucket list. I'll never ever want to wear loafers, dude.
Like, I didn't even consider that. That's how little I want to do it. Like, it didn't even enter my mind as a possibility.
These are the things that we need to be thinking about, dude. I'm trying to unlock my mind into.
And if I want to wear Crocs either along that same line.
Right. Well, that's probably something. I think going on a safari, like, where there's just a jeep between you and all these notoriously fucking violent animals.
I want to do that, me.
Fuck that, dude.
If anything, I want to get out the jeep and fucking go stroke a lion and that. Like, you're in me.
I not seen that dude that gives tigers fright. Like, see,
yeah,
behind them and
dude,
goes,
like, we've got one.
I
Yeah.
fuck that, dude. Imagine if you fucking it shit yourself that much. Another thing I definitely don't want to do is fucking go to Turkey and buy an ice cream. I not seen them doing all that fancy shit where they scoop it and you go to grab it and they remove it. I'd fucking lose me temper. I'd fucking lose me temper big style. I'd pull the fucking pole clean off it and stuff. I'd shove it up his fucking arse, dude. Like, why do they think that's fucking funny? Why is that fucking funny?
What I do find funny though is when they do it to a guy and then a kid comes up next, be excited for him to be like excited to be part of the antics, and then he just gives him the ice cream straight away. The kids get disappointed.
Have you not seen the guy that just eats the cone every time?
Yeah.
That's when he's like, I'm off on playing, he eats the cone and then goes, gets the ice cream, so he has to put in another cone. That's one way to clock it.
I fucking too right, dude. I don't want to do them, them things where I don't know if they even have them anymore, but it was a big thing for a while, like 10 years ago or something, with fucking people going to them places where you put your feet in the fish tank and they eat all the dead skin off your feet and that.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Right,
I think
so
we've got
I don't want to be doing that.
Well, that's another thing. I don't want to go to a fucking zoo again, dude.
It was pretty depressing the last time I went, because I had a giant beforehand. I was like, oh, it's going to be mint going around looking at all the animals stoned and that, but then it just made us like pure empathize with them more, and like I felt pretty shocking with them, like these chimps just pure like laying about like fed up with their life and that. And
dude, it is shocking as fuck. Like, I don't fucking like it. Like I reckon they should just fucking stop them, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money they bring into the economy. We're fucked either way.
Yeah, it is pretty fucked up. Like, I mean, the ones that are like in captivity, you can't even like send back to the wild anymore, because like they're not like
they just die when they
have the instincts. Get killed straight away.
I don't want to fucking go in a pen with a violent llama again, dude. Like,
again?
Yeah, I've done it once as a video on me boss's thing. We're working on this extension for these people that had horses and they had this alpaca or whatever the fuck it was, and fucking it was violent as fuck, dude. I was shitting myself. Like, I just didn't like fucking people at all. I was like, fuck that. I've never ran so fast in me fucking life. I leaped straight over the fucking fence back out over, like.
Right, so all that practicing as a kid paid off, leaping over your neighbours.
Dude, I never thought of that, dude. Fucking right. Right, I seen this thing the other day. It said the red door, you go through there, you get 10 mil, or the blue door, you go back in time and fix the mistakes. What would you do, dude? Would you take the 10 mil or would you go back in time? So I feel like would you, dude?
Well, it depends, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that keeps us up at night, but it's all stupid things, you know what I mean? Like, I was telling Shrubs about this the other day, laughing with him, like, when you like, my first guitar lesson in school, like, I was like 8 years old or something, trying to impress these people and that, like, fucking lying out my back teeth, and I was like, oh, I've fucking got this CD player where you can like separate the fucking guitar from the singing and all this and that, and everyone just looked at us like I was clearly talking shit and then carried on.
Aye.
And that's the kind of shit that keeps us up at night. Like, oh, remember that time when you were 8 and you said you had this fucking CD player that probably didn't even exist? And one of the people being there was like my best mate at the time, who had been to my house multiple times and would have known for a fact that I didn't have such a thing.
Right, dude, I'd take the fucking 10 mil. 10 years ago, what was it? Fucking 2014? Like, the Bitcoin, like, fucking, like, you could only make...
Is it only 10 years?
I'm sure that's what it said, dude.
Right. Well, I couldn't even go back. I thought it was like
it just goes back in time. I don't know, dude, if I could go back far enough, like, because you can already guarantee 10 mil because you know Bitcoin's going to happen.
If you keep your same knowledge, yeah.
Well, you must have if you're going to fix your mistakes, like, or else if you don't have the same mindset you do now, you're just doing to repeat them.
Still just probably take the 10 mil now.
Aye, right,
I'm one
fuck
of them
it.
instant gratification guys. Like, I can't be asked with a long run.
There's that, like, it is a fucking long time, because to fix any mistakes I've made, you'd have to go back far.
Aye, same, dude.
So fucking...
Like, probably, like, further back up my family tree, you know what I mean?
Aye, right, dude. Pure fucking back in the 14th century and shit.
Aye, like, I don't think my problems started with me. I think I've added to them, but I think I was born with a fair few out the gate, like.
Aye, you're right. Fucking, so we're on decide on 10 mil. But what would... Do you know what it is, dude? If 10 mil just hit your bank now, what the fuck would you do? What's the first thing you'd do?
Assume it was a scam. Like, that would be my first reaction. I don't know if I knew it was legitimate. I don't know. Probably fucking... The first thing I do is probably pay off my credit and get really, really stoned and impulse buy loads of stuff while I'm high.
Aye, and I'd be scared to spend it because I don't know, because I was like, I want to maintain a millionaire lifestyle now, and like it sounds more than what it is, really, you know, when you think about it.
I know what you mean, but you can still like for like a few 100,000, you can still get like a decent sized house in the countryside. Like, I don't want to pay a mansion or nothing like that. I just want a fucking isolated house near near nobody else.
Like, do you know what it is? I think I would try and establish an income where I was making another $1 million every year from that 10 million before I started spending it, you know. I'd just go around, buy land and build houses on it and sell it and see how well that went.
I'd probably get the house first, sort a car out and that. But a decent one, like, I wouldn't go crazy with, fucking immediately buying Lamborghinis and all this bollocks. Just a normal car, you know what I mean? But, like,
I like them Merc trucks, me.
Which ones?
Now, them Mercedes-Benz trucks, like, they're like an actual fucking truck, like a bit like a Ford Raptor, but it's Mercedes version. I'd buy one there. And even that's all I'm mad. I'd
showing us them, they are fucking badass.
Right. I'd probably just get one of them, because then, like, even that's not breaking the 100 grand mark. I'd probably, do you know what it is? I wouldn't tell any cunt I've just got 10 million neither. And, I'd just say, I'd come into money, and, like, because people are going to start asking questions.
As soon as you say how much, it's going to be like, oh, well, fucking...
Remember how much you love us.
Grand and that.
Right. I'd be like, fucking on your fucking bike, you stupid cunt. I'll buy you a BMX so you can fucking pedal the fuck away from us. That's what you're getting.
Right.
I'd definitely buy a house, but I wouldn't go extravagant. Like, I probably wouldn't, like, because to be fair, even these shitty new builds that's going up around where we live, they're 300 grand. So realistically, you're going to splash out on owning a house anyways.
They're built pure shit as well, from what I've heard. Like,
they are, dude.
Corners all over the place.
Really bad, dude. I'd do that, then just try and establish an income, I think. And then once I'm, like, I'm guaranteed earning £1 million a year, then I'd start to fucking look into spending it a bit more thingy, you know what I mean? Because there's fucking a few people that's won the lottery and shit, and they ended up broke as fuck again, you know, dude.
There was, I remember some news story, like, I didn't read it because I couldn't give a shit, but, like, some guy won loads and then lost it all and then won again. And I don't know if he probably lost it the second time as well, but I don't know about that.
Right, dude. And this fucking pissed me the fuck off, dude. I seen this fucking last, right? So put in, I just cancelled my Uber driver. I don't have time to deal with this today. I know, but you know what it is, right, dude? If she didn't like the look of him or for whatever reason, she cancelled it. That's well within her right. But they're then fucking naming shaming because she's got quite a big following. I mean, over 1,000 people have reacted to this. Like, but they're then naming shame this fucking guy who hasn't done anything wrong because he never got the chance to pick you up.
And then look at his rating and that as well, dude.
Right, dude. And I mean, pretty much being an Uber driver, you're fucking guaranteed never to ever have 5 stars because people are fucking arseholes.
Right. It's like 4.95 is high as fuck. Like, we're nearly fucking, like, that's over 100 trips a month he's doing. He looks like he'd sound as fuck. Like, I used to know a guy who looked pretty much like that, but without the mustache. We used to fucking smoke with him, like, all the time, chilling around at his. Like, this guy's probably fucking sound, you know what I mean?
Hey, do you know what is it? Just as soon as I seen this, I got fucking raging. Like, who the fuck do you think you are, you stupid cunt? But what would, like, possess you to then fucking go and be like, oh, I wonder fucking, like, I'm gonna fucking put this on and just fucking take the piss. This one went to my head. She's got over 16k followers. Like, fucking, like, this is her page that I ended up finding her, right, dude? And fucking, like, just to see, like, a bit more about her, to see what makes her fucking think she's so special, stupid fucking bitch. A gamer, a foodie, no shit. Fucking cosplay. You do fucking cosplay as a hobby, you stupid cunt.
Right. So, like, imagine as well, like, if you're an employer and you came in, someone passed you the CV and it had them 3 things on it, be going straight in the fucking bin.
Right, dude. Like, you're the fucking weirdo here. This guy's a taxi driver. You do cosplay, you fucking idiot.
Fuck her though. Fuck everything she stands for. She stands for pure ridiculing that guy.
For
like, no reason, you know what I mean?
And I wanted to come pick her up. But I tell you what, right? If you don't want certain people picking you up, buy your fucking own car, you stupid bitch.
Exactly.
Fucking go around yourself, you fucking arsehole. Exactly. Like, who the fuck does she think she is? Exactly, get a bus, or probably can't it, because she'll just ridicule any bus driver she fucking sees.
Taking pictures of them through the glass and that. Don't have time for this today.
I don't have time for this bus driver today. Now what is, dude, if she fucking come dressed as fucking whatever cosplay she decide to do, of whatever shitty Japanese program you fucking watch, even though you're too old to fucking like that shit. If I was your fucking driver, I wouldn't want to pick you up anyways, you stupid bitch. bitch.
Too right, so I'll keep on driving me.
Aye, right, or maybe he's fucking give her the on as a running her the fuck over. See if you want to lift on the fucking bonnet, you stupid cow.
You know what I used to love doing in GTA 4, dude, is like when you steal someone's car and they try and grab it back, like wait there until they grab the handle and then start driving it. You have to pull up on the thing as soon as she grabs the thing, it's free.
Dude, but if you ever fucking come across this, you're not so special yourself, you stupid bitch. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
There was this thing I remember the other day, right? I was coming back from playing football with me mates, but they all lived on a different direction, so I was walking home on my own with me football. And these loads of like pissed fucking like dudes, like I'm sure I was only like 10 or something at the time. Like a load of these pissed dudes were fucking like coming out the pub and like walking the streets up and pissed as fuck. And they were like, oh yeah, young and come here and all this. And I just went over to them, right, dude? Yeah, fucking kick him in the balls and we'll give you a tenner, right, dude? And the mate was like, pure opening his legs, right? You get kicked in the balls, like, I do it. And I was like, fucking what now? It's like, I didn't want to do it, thinking they were all just going to beat us up as soon as I did it, right, dude? And then they all just started emptying the change out the pockets, so like, yeah, give us this. I was like that, right, dude? And there was a fiver and probably like 7 quid in change, but when I was 10, you could get a fucking lot for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that now. I mean, I'd still do it for a tenner now, but back then that's probably like 18 quid to us now, but as a 10-year-old, you know what I mean?
I mean, you used to be buzzing when you were 10, you go around your grandparents and the PR give you a quid, like, fucking a whole pound.
Aye, right, dude.
Imagine the mix up I can get with this.
I saw like this guy, he opened his legs right to get, and I like kicked him, but I done it shit, I was scared, and they were like, no, you can do it better than that, like, however, we'll just give you all this money. And I was like, fair enough, you're getting your fucking money's worth. So I fucking ran up and just belted him in the fucking balls, like really bad. He was like keeled over, and all them were like fucking crying, laughing, and then he got raging, this guy. He got raging and then snatched the football off us and then booted it down the street. And I was like, you fucking paid us to do it, you daft cunt.
2-year-old game 20 seconds ago.
Aye, right, and then I fucking went back and I give him a quid back and went, does that make you feel better? And he was like, oh, you cheeky little cunt, and fucking I just ran off, dude. But I went back, I was like, fucking, I can't believe this just happened. It was like a random encounter on Red Dead, but it works out proper works out proper well for you.
That's funny as fuck.
Dude, it was fucking cool as fuck, dude.
It's not really related other than the fact that there was like pounds involved, but like it reminded us of this time when I was in town with like there was this group of friends that I used to hang out with, and I was like good mates were like half of them and then like alright mates with the other half. And there was like me and this one guy who I was good mates with, and then there was 2 guys from like the other half. We went into Poundland to get some shit. Unbeknownst to me and the guy that I was friends with, the other 2 had put a bag of like some coffee in me mate's hood, and he didn't realise. Like we're walking out, like we went and paid for our stuff and we're walking out, and the security guard like came like, oh, I think you're so funny and that stealing all the shit. And me and him are like, what the fuck? And them 2 up here creased, and she pulls the coffee out of his hood, and I was like, it was like a magic trick to me, you know what I mean? I was like, where the fuck are you pulling this from, you know what I mean? So my mate who had the thing in his hood, like he was the pure victim of this situation. And we got dragged into all 4 we got dragged into the back rooms. She searched to see if I had any more shit on it, and someone gave us like pirated copies of all 3 Hangover films, and she was like, bootleg DVDs, and I was like, right hand,
bootleg DVD.
Proper, dude, like it's the first time I've ever heard someone outside of an American piece of media use the term bootleg.
Aye, right. Like, bootleg DVD. Probably inspired as well. That fucking a successful haul going on like the fucking the drug squad in fucking America with the DEA when they fucking posing with pictures with fucking millions of pounds worth of cocaine and that. There's her like employ them on for the free bootleg DVDs.
A picture up on the wall holding them like a trophy, and I all found out.
Yuki then cussing next to you and shit.
I saw she was like pissed off about them, but like I blatantly hadn't stole them, and I was like, well, can I have them back then? And she was like, alright, and fucking gave us them back, cause like, but she started like demanding a pound off at each other, and she started with like me mate whose hood the coffee was in, and he was like, oh, alright, fine, and gave her a quid, and then fucking she went to like one of other guys who like actually put it in there, and he was just like, nah.
Aye.
And like, so I was like, I'm glad he was before me, because otherwise I would have given a quid. But now that he said no, I'm gonna also say no.
No, that's it. I would have said no flat out on that. I would have.
Right, well, like fucking, it was like intimidating at the time. You know what I mean? So, oh shit, we're gonna like.
So she said you got caught being a knock-off Nigel with your DVDs as well, too.
Right. But it turned out like it ended up being that the only one that paid a quid was the victim all along. You know what I mean?
So what happened then?
We were just refusing to give her a quid, and she doesn't legally have the right to fucking. I mean, it's essentially taking a bribe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, give us a quid each, and I won't call the police, kind of thing.
Right, so I would have been, well, I'm phoning the police because this is a fucking shake. I'd be on the phone to fucking the solicitor. Fucking what a daft cunt, and a quid as well. But fucking so worth it.
Yeah, it's daft as fucking it. But he gave her the quid, and then the rest of it were just like, nah, I don't have a quid.
If they looked at the CCTV as well, dude, like they would have known that guy was unbeknown to him. So I would have been like, if I was that guy, I would have been like, wait, fucking do it. But I didn't know about it. Ring the fucking police if you don't, I will. They go on like that to shit themselves.
Well, like, he was shitting himself too much to like think of it. Like he thought he was gonna be branded a thief for the rest of his life, and that.
Aye, right, dude.
Because we're only about fucking 14, 15 or something like that.
Yeah, the fuck that security guard thing she is fucking shaking down young kids. Stupid
but
bitch.
I just crease at the fact that he fucking like he paid a quid, and it was like he had no idea, you know what I mean? And the people that did know didn't pay anything. Like the perpetrators of the prank didn't get punished for it, and the victim got punished.
Aye, right, dude. It's a fucking creaser.
There was another time as well. I felt kind of shocking because like it was actually like one of the guys. I genuinely don't know who put the coffee in the hood. It's a 50-50, but one of them, I was over at his house a while later, like me and the kid who had the coffee in his hood. And it was like in the morning, and he had this BB gun, and I didn't know how fucking powerful it was. I'd not been shot with it, but I like sneakily fucking loaded it, pure quiet as fuck, and like we were sitting watching TV, and like shot him in the leg, and he was like, fucking knacks. I was like, oh, can't be that bad. I'll let you shoot me in the leg. And fucking like he only had trackies on, dude, and I was wearing 2 pairs of jeans because it was winter, and it's still fucking absolutely knacked, dude.
No
like
way.
It stung to fuck. I felt pure shocking for doing it. Through something so thin.
Aye, right.
I thought it was just like I hadn't seen a BB gun since I was like a pure child, and it's just them little pound lamb ones.
Aye.
You could spit them harder.
Aye.
It fucking knacked like.
There's one thing I put in that service stations, right, dude? Have you got much experience with service stations?
I mean, I remember sort of being on a road trip with a couple of pals and thinking, well, he stopped for petrol and we went in for snacks and that. Like, I had no money, but I was like, I'm never coming back here again. I could just nick some shit, and so I did.
You left the bootleg DVDs this time.
I didn't have any bootleg DVDs this time. I just fucking it wasn't even much. I think I nicked like a can of Pringles and fucking a couple of bits of chocolate or something, just to like snack on in the car on the way back.
But there's one thing I've noticed, right? It's like the gap between like a top tier service station and the bottom tier service stations. So obviously I've worked up and down the country. Sometimes I know that one's a good one, so if I'm going to pull in, I'll make sure it's that one.
So you don't have to go to the shitty one that comes up next.
But sometimes you end up busting for a piss and you just go to one and then you either discover it's a fucking belter or it's fucking shit. Like the gap between them, dude, is unbelievable. Like the fucking between a good one and a shit one. Like some of them are fucking mint in our dude. Like some of the shit
like
that you can fucking go.
Like complexes and that, like shopping centres almost.
Aye, with like food courts and shit. They're fucking mint.
There's always a WH Smith as well.
Aye, they extortionate them. I fuck them off. There's
fucking £8 for this fucking magazine. Aye, right, fucking not in this lifetime, pal.
Try it on the next sucker, dude. There's some belter ones, dude. I kind of want to go up and down the country reviewing service stations, you know.
Aye, right. Be like that guy, you know, that rate my takeaway guy.
Aye.
Big like him, but for fucking service stations and that.
Aye, right. Service station audits and that. There's some that I forget the name of that's fucking mint. And there's some where I've only seen like certain food places where I've always wanted to try, but like while I'm on a long drive isn't the right time to do it. And like there's some of them I've always wanted to try but never had the chance. So that's kind of why I want to go around fucking doing service station reviews, dude.
Aye, right. So when you get this van, dude, fucking come pick us up and we'll start with Whitemare Pool because it's the local one.
Aye, right. So it's a proper shit one as well. And this is one of yours, a taxi driver that wouldn't shut up about America, dude.
Dude, he was doing me head in, man. Like I was heading up to Thompson, going over to his fucking spend the night, play a bunch of games, get really stoned and that. Like, I was joking about with Thompson, like, I mean, you know, I like to wind people up and that. When I was going for the bus, I was like, I can't be arsed with all the people on the bus, so I'm just going to walk up. I'm going to do the exercise anyway. Bearing in mind, like, if I actually walk there, it'd probably take us at least like 2 hours. Like, I was winding up, I got the bus to the interchange and that, and he's like, I'll fucking let us know when you're at the interchange and I'll get you a taxi. And I was like, well, if you should, dude, that would actually be massively handy because I've literally just got the interchange and missed the bus to yours. So he got a taxi up there, and then this guy was just on about, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really like to make idle chit chat and that, you know what I mean? But I will when I get in a taxi, standard crack, how you been on long, how long you've worked as a taxi driver and all this.
The standard taxi driver pattern.
And then, like, some of them you can end up getting on with and that, but this guy just was going on about, like, oh, well, like, I only do this half of the year, like, this isn't my car, like, I'm just borrowing it off my son and that because he does such and such, and then 6 months out of the year I'm in America as a soccer coach. And he was going on like, he was a pure big shot over there, and I'm like, mate, you do soccer in America, you're a fucking joke to them, you know what I mean? And he's going, like, I didn't actually say that, you know what I mean? I was sitting there fucking bored out of my life thinking it.
Dude, you should have just started cooking. Do you reckon not? Because he kicked you out though. That's the thing, you've got to be nice to taxi drivers. Unless they do something worth you wanting to get out the taxi and fucking get away from them anyways.
Which I kind of did, but not on the middle of the A1. He's just going on about fires, like, oh, it's like this in America, it's like that in America, there's all these good things about America and that. And I'm like, why don't you just go and live there all the fucking year instead of coming here and fucking bothering me with your fucking shit, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously think you're fucking cool as fuck and you're not, you know what I mean? He blatantly, like, when he goes over there, like, they're all here laughing at him, but he's trying to act like he's a big shot when he comes over here. And when he's a big shot over, he's like, fuck off back to America, man. Well, I'm a big shot in America, and like, fucking.
Yeah, but if it's so great, why come back? Like, if I went to another country and it was so cool, I wouldn't come back.
Aye, dude, if there was a place where I was happy enough to spend 6 months, I'm happy enough to spend 12, you know what I mean?
Aye, right. Unless, like, whatever opportunity you had over there come to an abrupt end, but then find another one.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Opportunities come to an end no matter what country you're in, whether it's your home country or another one.
Aye.
The only difference, I guess, is maybe, obviously, I don't need a visa to stay here. I don't need a visa to, like, get a job and stuff like that. But, like I can understand him going on if, like, he was a big shot, like, if he was pure, like, oh, I'm a coach in the NFL, my team won the Super Bowl last year and all this, but, like, he does suck after, like, under 16s and that, and it's like, mate, you're a fucking laughing stock of the whole town, I bet.
Aye.
Like, all the football dads and that blatantly fucking pure rocking your car in the car park when you're trying to go home.
You've got to sprint to your car. You've got to sprint to your car after every training, practice and game and the thing is, though, soccer or football is fucking, like, on the up over there, like, why would you, like, surely, like, you'd fucking be a coach, either a coach or them, or you're not just for 6 months. But he got sacked, that's why he had to come back.
So he's blatantly never went, he just looks at Google Maps and that, like, oh, this town's got a soccer team, that's believable.
Aye, right.
But no, he's just doing me head in the whole way, and I was trying to interject with, like, things of, like, my own travel stories and stuff like that, and he was just like, oh, but in America, but in America.
That was like that guy I spoke about before with that fucking guy. Aye, dude, I hate anything like it, dude.
Like, I ended up just basically stopping talking and like fucking, but it didn't lessen the amount he was talking any, you know what I mean? He carried on at the same rate as if I was giving responses, but and I sort of realised that, I was like, my responses are useless, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think this guy's actually got ears, I don't think he's human, I think he's just a talking machine.
Aye, right, dude. He was being him that wrote that song where it's like, oh my life, watching America.
Right.
It was blaming him, or he's got that on repeat and he's something when he sits in his house and fucking right,
just
dude.
Playing in his head all the time. It was weird as well because being pure hot lately, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, sorry, you can open the window, and he was like, aye, and then was like, actually no, fucking shut it again and I'll put the air conditioning on. And I was like, why not just open the window?
Aye.
Like, what's the problem with that? The air conditioning just wasn't doing it for us.
Aye, fucking no ways.
I've got pure long legs as well, so I was like, oh, the seat goes back, and he's like, and it's like, I'll leave onto the thing. And then when I was getting out, he was like, oh, will you pull the seat forward again? And I was like, that's all, what is it going to make it difficult to get out now? Because I've got a pure contort my legs out the side of the door and that.
You should have just proper fucking launched it forward like I was standing up, and then you fucking pull it, lean in, bash it forward, shut the door and fucking run off.
Aye, right. Get out of the car and lean back in and just slam it forward. In hindsight, I should have said something to him about, like, yeah, you're blatantly a fucking laughing stock in America. Like, I don't want to hear about it. It's like fucking, it was on his Uber account, like it wasn't out to do with me. So if he gave like a bad customer review, like it would be me pal that took the loss. You know what I mean?
Aye, right. Do you know what it is, dude? When we make it big, here's a fucking good challenge we should do. We should like do it like a roast the taxi driver segment, right, dude? And for whatever minute they last this like 100 quid, and then fucking there. But if they do the whole trip, if it takes 15 minutes to win $1.5 grand, can you not go any fucking faster? Wait till you learn to fucking drive and then shit like that. And then if the kick out, just say, listen, it was a challenge. You lasted 8 minutes, so you has 800 quid. Like, sorry about that. It was just a challenge.
See, I don't want to like piss off innocent victims. You know what I mean? I want to be like, oh, money's happening, so I can just do whatever I want, kind of thing.
Do you know what it is? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be one of them people that do public pranks, like, unless I could compensate them for it, and that was just a little brainstorm now. Unless we get people who are taxi drivers to set them up for it, so like they've got a mate who set them up for it, so we're not totally to blame.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who wants to like nominate this taxi driver, and we'll try and like sort of lift out specifically from there, and then maybe get like a sponsorship of the taxi company, so they'll like send over and we're like, oh, we'll shout you out on the fucking thing, and that would be pretty funny, that actually.
It could go well, aye. It could also go terribly.
I right, dude, like fucking the taxi ride of Jackass, or is it Jackass 2?
I think so, aye, where they dress him up as a terrorist. And
terror taxi.
The guy's in on it, and that needs Pierre got the gun.
I've got a fucking bomb, dude. I don't know how he breaks character, but still
totally drops character, but he's still trying to cling on to the fact that this guy might think the bomb's real.
Yeah, I've got a fucking bomb.
Fucking bomb, dude.